think somebody else will do it.
Alright, guys, we're gonna start.
¿Cuántos comprar? Can we say bad words?
That shows how you say good words.
Only in Spanish.
Those are the only ones I know. Bad words.
Okay, yeah. All right. She'll tell you if it's not.
No, I know the height. Okay, hold on, guys. Wait, wait, wait. Yeah, just hold on, hold on.
Hold on.
No, it's good.
Thank you. Is everybody else okay, guys?
All right, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. 8 folds.
But yeah, she should toss them here, but if not, just make sure that they're there. You know, and essentially just go away your turn. Just go make sure.
Chips, table 9. I need white.
We need whites.
So, Matt,
I'll take the bloody. Nobody has white chips.
Well, she makes money with this person.
And if then if you
okay.
Fold it to a bet? Yep. Crazy.
Yeah. I don't believe that shit.
Okay, so
I believe he's crazy though. I believe he's crazy.
Let me give you a little hand history. I just,
Oh, you guys have history?
No, I just came back from losing with fucking queens and aces.
Oh, okay.
So, here.
Metsono, do not bluff hobby.
Correct. I was gonna try. You're gonna throw Chip out right away.
Yeah. He was ready for you.
Yeah, he was. I almost did it too. I almost did it.
4 folds, 6. The fact that
¿Sí vas a llamar?
I'm just glad I'm sitting next to my,
¿Sí vas a
my
llamar?
yin to my yin. Yin.
¿Eh? ¿All-in llama?
6 folds,
You know,
7 folds.
100, yeah, 150.
be hard to call with the 10.
40,
With the jack, maybe with the 10, that could be hard to
two
call.
folds,
Sí, pero I mean all the history, donde vienen.
Yeah.
So, ya ves.
He's
Ya
open.
ves, o sea, those are variables that in.
7 folds, 40. Then call. Heads up. My check. 1 bet. 40.
We weren't here last night.
Yes.
So, we know more? Big more? So, is chip stack wrong? Or like his case were hiding? No, no. Well, I mean,
Well, for a player, if he shoves, then he's got
Yeah.
chip behind.
yeah, so like, he sits up first and gets his double up or whatever, right? So like, he's stacking his chips, and his chips are wrong, right? So like, maybe, dealer, can you please tell C1 that, no, I forgot he's colorblind. Like 100% he's colorblind. So like literally he has to read what
Yeah,
his
bro.
chips are or whatever. I felt bad when I said it, because I was just being myself, a dumbass or whatever, right?
You always want to do it, bro.
I heard bitch.
Two. Oh yes, yes, yes. 3 folds, 4 folds. 5 raises to 20.
But yeah, you know, plays a little bit slower because they have to make sure that everything's right. So
Is there
normally,
1 fold, another bet.
I think the average is around 94 hours.
1 call.
I'll show you why.
So yeah, you know, it's about, you know, 20, between 20 and 25, and then depending on the like that per hour.
5 checks.
Where normally, you know, normal table's gonna be at least 30,
1 bets, 25.
30, 35, depending on what you do.
5 checks. 1 bet, 25. 5 calls. 5 checks. 1 check. Straight.
You're supposed to bet there. Okay, now this is what I'm asking. Yep.
Nomás eso,
Oh,
okay.
it's just like another jack on me.
Yeah.
Roxy, do you guys have another jack?
My gun's on.
Floor, table 9.
Damn, that guy had the world.
The king, I saw it right away. The king's got a little dot there. Not all. It's got like
Do we have a new deck? It's cool. This one was like a black on it.
Yeah. I mean,
See,
It was a key.
I mean, I could continue playing with that card, right? And just look for it.
that's the thing is, the special parts in this game, straight up,
Yeah, there's a bit.
there's the chips in the game, so. Normally this is a master deal. I blame my. I did the same thing when Trump was in office.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it always works.
Yeah.
So what's your guys' politics? I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I know
Already,
you
like,
do,
90
switch
percent of
person
person
who's there.
Yeah, and I'm like looking like really?
Yeah, and it's funny, so, like our district, so, it's so bad, because both parties complain about the gerrymandering. But like both parties will do nothing about it, because they know if they're they get in trouble. So like our area is stupid. But, I mean, it's bad for me, because, like, you know, I have to handle everybody in those areas or whatever, but it's good for him. But it's good for him because it's hard for somebody to run.
So poker.
You know, which is fine. I mean, I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm knocking that out. That's why tech is so red, right? Because there's perception and light. You know,
I think
It is.
it's in play.
it is not.
You don't think?
I don't think it's ever been played.
This last election,
No,
I mean, Texas.
no. A Democrat has not won a statewide election in over 25 years in Texas.
Everybody doing okay, guys?
Yep, we're good.
8 calls. 9 calls. 7 calls. 2 raises to 20. 3 calls. 4 calls. 5 calls. 6 calls. 20.
Like before I actually started working on the direct kind of
7 raises to 65.
because I know there was a big push to turn Texas purple.
8 calls. 9 calls.
But yeah, you know, after working on
One full.
it's well,
Two calls.
because how they tell the tax order. They know how people vote, so for sure. All the benefits that.
4 calls.
But like I said, both parties are good.
Yeah, it's okay. This table's big. 3 players. Seven bets, 100. Two folds. 4
Whatever.
Whatever. Okay. Thank you.
I'll do my chips.
And here we go.
Yeah, I'm big one.
And the $10 button straddle.
You've seen our district, right? Or like, you know how it's run. I mean, we go from Sullivan City to Brownsville.
Wow, right?
Turn on the button. What's up? Six calls. 7 calls. 8 calls. Yes. 9 raises to 75. One calls.
Yeah, we can hear the table audio.
Is there a high hand going?
Yes. It was 1300.
Right now?
Yes.
3 folds.
It's into a win.
High hands in play here, guys, by the way. Aces full
So
of
what
jacks.
time?
remember.
210? But 7 right now is.
Yes.
Check, check.
Come on, baby. So, what is it? Like, this is
75
over
total?
10.
Aces full of tens.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Both cards. Must use both cards. Price is participation.
You have a $5 check over your
Oh, that's fine.
Boss.
Test, test.
Does anybody?
All right, guys.
You have a pair?
I was talking for about, I would say about 20 minutes. Apparently, they came and told me in the booth that they couldn't hear the audio. But it's me, Chubbs. I play on the stream. From time to time, I play the 1325. Well, we have a commentator named Isaac,
Be one so.
and he's on, I believe, on seat
Be
6.
once on the stream table.
And well, I gave him the opportunity to play because he judges us every single moment on the stream. So I told him, how about you jump on the screen and I'll commentate, so you have the opportunity to play and we can judge you on your play.
Twice on the side.
So that's what's going on right now.
Side doesn't work.
I believe we have a
On the side.
all in.
So.
We have a all in 4 ways. We have King 10 of Hearts. We have Pocket 9. We have King 10 of Hearts for Carlos, all in for 300. We got Lewis all in for 261. Don Neto all in with 6s, par, and we have Eliud all in for 7s with 7-6 of Hearts for 300. We have an $1,100 pot on a 1-3 on a Wednesday. 4 ways. Great to be here. We are live at Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. Live stream 1-3 Hold'em. Every Wednesday we also have a stream on Fridays 2-5 Hold'em as well. Get on the list if you're interested on Friday. All right. 4 ways.
You got mad? Oh, he's got 9.
We got Lewis in the lead with 9s.
Yeah, queens.
Sorting out the pots, making sure everything's right. We got Ashley in the box.
He did not show his hand, but he does.
She goes by Ash Cash.
Yes, yeah. Everybody's all in. You can show. You're fine showing.
Elude and Carlos, you guys are.
He's just being.
Who do you think's gonna win, guys? King 10 of Hearts, 9s, 6s, 7-6 of Hearts.
Yeah. Exactly. It's not gonna change yet. Hearts.
I believe we're going once. We got Lewis still in the lead. We got a straight draw for Carlos. And 9s will hold.
We got a
Wow.
king high.
I believe we have an outside pot between Carlos
You're in these two.
and Eliud. King high, I believe, wins the side. We got Lewis waiting to show the winner because we have to deal with the side pots first.
Nice and freeze.
Now you're gonna take it.
And 9s are going to hold.
Oh, yeah, 6.
You see Lewis with the excitement there. It feels good to win with 9s on that kind of board versus 3 other players. You're kind of ashamed to show that hand. You think you lost, but it feels good to win those.
Never were worried. Never were worried. You had it the whole time.
Look at all those reds.
I saw you reaching before and he raised, and I'm like, man, he probably has a big hand. And so you just called.
Yeah, I
called
wanted to
the
raise.
tip.
Yeah, I wanted to raise.
And-
I'm gonna call because I know somebody
He
had
has
raised.
9s and of
I
the
thought
6
somebody was gonna
cards.
raise.
Like only.
I believe we got Eliud rebuying for 300.
Well, and I was Oh yeah,
And I believe we have Neto adding on because I don't think he busted that hand. Oh,
Ya estaba knee deep, conocer, dije, no, but you know
I
what?
can't see the amount, but I believe Javi added on 300 to his stack. Since the stacks are getting deeper, he likes to play big pots. He's not afraid to play big pots. Playing 1-3, guys, here at Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley.
Shots for the table or what?
No straddles as yet, but I do believe that will change later on throughout the night. We got some good action players on the table. We got Lewis limping in under the gun with 9-5 of spades.
I saw you reaching when, like, and then you just.
We got Neto folding 7 deuce off. The 7 deuce game is not on, so you will be seeing those cards go into the mug. We got Josh limping in with ace 8 off. We got Heavy with 6-4 clubs. He might bump it up to 15. Raised it to 18. Isaac folding. King 6 of spades on the button. We got Brian making his debut. I'm not too sure where he's from, but we got Isaac convincing him last night to play the stream, and he decided to jump in. He calls. We got Lowe's folding 4 deuce off. Got Lewis calling
Nine call.
with 9-5 of spades. And Josh goes in the action. Will he call with ace 8 off? And he will. We got 4 ways to the flop, $60 in the
You
middle.
guys don't have history
I
like
believe
that?
75
You
in the
will
middle.
after tonight.
Oh no, we do have history.
Enough for
Got
It's
4
been-
ways to
it's
the
been a
flop.
fun ride. Thus far.
Queen 7, queen on the flop. No
7 check.
flush draws.
9 check.
We got Josh with the best hand with ace high. Heavy with the aggressor. Decides to we check through. Here comes the turn. 7 of spades. Now we have a flush draw. We got Lewis with the flush draw.
I can't believe
We got
you
Brian
made it.
checking small blind. We got Lewis leading with his flush draw.
Then that's 10.
I forgot what I had.
That's $10. We got Josh calling with ace high on the paired board. We got Javi folding. Heavy, I'm sorry. Folding 6-4. We got Brian with king high.
I mean, you had pockets.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not super powerful.
Super powerful.
I mean,
I would say like.
Decides to throw it into the mug.
when you get caught by
Heads up to the river.
7, yes.
Heads up.
There you go. Wasn't wrong.
Oh, we got Lewis coming into the lead on the river with a pair of 9s. Decides to check.
35, 9 4.
And Josh taking his ace high, betting 35, which is making Lewis fold the winning hand.
So that black diamond hat, is that a skating black diamond or?
So, guys, I decided to do the commentary today since seat 6, Isaac never gets to play the stream since he's always commentating. We came to an agreement last night that if he played, I would commentate. And now he's making his debut. I'm not too sure if he's played the stream before, but what do you all think that Isaac's VPIP will be? I believe it's going to be between 10 and 15% VPIP. Comment on the, put some comments in there to see what y'all think he's in a elite. Oh, we got Neto straddling under the gun. I believe it's 15 on the gun. Got a Liu with 7-6 off. Next to act.
Yeah, that's AC separation. Never got back on
Decides to fold. Got Josh with Jack 3 off. Decides to fold. We got Matt folding 10-3 off. We got Heavy folding 4-3 off. Got Isaac with King Deuce of Hearts, elite position. Decides to throw into the mug. We got Brian's 10-7 of spades on the button. It's a nice hand. We can mix up with it. Limp, we can raise with it. Plays somewhat well post flop, especially in position.
Yeah, my muscles very. It's not my muscles.
We got Carlos with Queen 10 of clubs. Another nice hand to continue.
I was like, oh, it's probably a muscle. And then I got some X-rays done, and sure enough, the Caroline plaque.
He just kind of decides to come in with the raise.
And it's like, well, you can't really do anything about that. He's gotta wait
For some reason when he said hairline fracture.
Makes it 50. We got Doneto not defending his straddle with Queen 8 off. We got Brian on the button.
But no, like,
So he wants to see a flop
I mean,
with these suited connectors.
like, I remember the joke was he can't play because, like, you know, he can't put his helmet on.
Brian is in position. He doesn't know how Carlos plays, so he can take this to the streets and try to navigate through his hand. He has the button, so he decides to fold. Carlos taking it down. Shows it to Brian. Brian's happy to see the hand because he was dominated. We had our first straddle with Doneto straddling. Maybe you'll encourage Eliu to straddle as well. And he elects not to straddle. So guys, Isaac judges us every single stream. How about we judge him in the comments? Tell him he's playing good, tell him he's playing bad. We got Eliud with King 9 off calling. Josh next to him, Ace 9 off calling. We got Matt folding. We got Heavy with Ace 4 clubs. Mid position. Coming in for a raise for 18. Got Isaac folding Queen 3. We got Brian calling with King 3 diamonds. Los folding 9-6. I believe player 9 wasn't on the seat, so they're gonna muck his hand. We got Donetto with Jack 4 off. He likes to see flops. Calls. Eliud calls a King 9 off. And Josh will close the action and call. We got $71 in the pot. 5 ways to the flop.
I'm there.
Easy money with Surge.
Heavy the aggressor. Let's see if he decides to hit the flop or continue his aggression.
Now it's his first time.
Queen 7, 10.
You should let us hear on one, but
We got Donetto missing. Eliud has a straight jaw.
how much he for?
Josh missing, heavy.
Okay.
Backdoor clubs decide to check, and we got Brian, late position. Backdoor straight, backdoor diamonds. Everybody decides to check. Comes a turn. 10 of hearts, still no flush draws. Everybody checks around. River 8. I believe that still doesn't hit anybody. I believe Josh still has the winner if he decides to hold on or take the lead, which it looks like he's
I
doing.
mean, if it's over 1,000, yes, because yeah. There's not
Decides to
a
bet
ticket.
30 with the best hand. And it will get folded around. Best hand won. I believe Josh is making his debut as well. I don't remember him playing on any streams, but welcome to the stream, Josh.
The quickest plan.
What?
One, no. Your kicker has to play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you kick her.
Your kicker has to play. That's the player like match the board.
I'd give it about an hour to where we got a round of straddles going on. In the beginning of the streams, the straddles don't really start. People getting their feet wet, you know.
A lot right now.
Just seeing how the table's playing, whatever. But see if we can get a round of straddles later on. Make the game a lot more action. We got Josh under the gun with 5s.
Which day?
Coming in for a limp. We got Mac, Queen 8 off. Coming in with the limp. We got Javi with the same hand. Queen 8 off. Decides to call a 3. Got Isaac with 8-4 off in the muck. Byron, King 9 off in the muck. We got Carlos with Ace Deuce of clubs. On the cutoff, comes in with the limp. We got Lewis folding, 6 deuce off. We got Donetto with 5 deuce off. He calls. We got Eliud in the big line, decides to check his option with Ace 7 off. We got 6 to the flop. 2 people holding the same hand.
Oh, that's right.
Deuce 7-10 is a flop. We got Donetto connecting with the pair of deuces.
No. It's just
Looks like he's coming in for a bet.
you can if you want.
Bet's $12. We got a lead with a mid pair. Top kicker coming in with the call. Fold. The Queen 8s and 5 fold.
You like to watch
We got Carlos coming in with Ace Deuce. Bottom pair, top kicker.
I know. What's up with this kid?
3 ways to the turn.
He's got him up in the booth too, man.
We got a Jack of Hearts. Now we have a flush draw. For nobody.
I was watching flipping like a
No, Donetto checks. Eliud checks.
kids all.
See if Los likes to turn his deuce into a bluff since he's in position.
Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin can't put it.
Decides to check. 3 ways to the river. Backdoor hearts get there. Nobody has hearts. See if anybody wants to represent hearts. Got Donetto with the check. Got Eliud turning his mid pair into a bluff, I believe. Bet's 45. We got a fold from Carlos. Got a fold from Neto. Eliud taking down the pot.
El máximo un 10. $10 button strike.
Got a $10 button straddle from Don Neto. There's a 25 out there, but he will get change.
So where y'all snowboard? Which spot?
West Colorado, Grand Junction.
Not so Grand Junction.
$10 button straddle. The action will start on a small blind.
So if you really like packed full of people, you can get like 20 runs in a
Got a lead with 10-6 off. First act in the small blind.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of.
We got Josh folding king deuce of diamonds. We got Matt with the pretty 6-5 of clubs. Decides to call it 10. We got Isaac folding queen deuce.
You know, not a lot of traffic out there.
We got Brian folding 9-7. Carlos folding 10-5. We got Lewis with king 3 off. Who decided to fold.
He's south of
We
Grande.
got Don Neto queen 10 off on the button. Straddle, he decides to check his option.
On the $1 million highway.
Heads up to the flop.
I'm not sure if you know
Yeah,
what
no, that's like the trickiest.
Yeah.
Also the most fun.
5-6 king, all hearts.
Yeah.
Doneto with the 10 of hearts. We got Matt flopping 2 pair.
Just over an hour or something.
This spot might get big if it turns a jack. Got 15 out bet on the flop by Matt and it Doneto calling. Doneto turning the flush will probably slow down Matt because there's 4 hearts on the board. Doneto decided betting 25. I don't think Matt's gonna go anywhere. Matt calls. River, Matt, full house. Let's see if he decides to set a trap. Matt all in. Doneto having a 10 of hearts. I don't know if he's going to be able to fold. When he makes his hands, he doesn't let go with them.
It was so awesome. I got video sliding around. He's like, oh shit, this is it right now.
And I don't know. I wouldn't. It was just awesome.
It's going to be tough for Doneto to fold a 10 of hearts here. Especially calling a bet on the flop.
Whoever doesn't believe in God, like that was all brought out to perfection. It's beautiful. I don't regret it.
And Doneto does make the call and sees the bad news. Matt rivering a full house. Unfortunately for Doneto. Matt taking down the pot.
This was the thing. Half of that
Si no
mountain
ves,
had
se
snow,
volan.
half of the mountain was green, so we got that.
I believe Doneto is done for the night.
It was snowing on us when we were up there that first day, and then it didn't snow anymore. So
I believe we have like 4 or 5 players on the list. I'm pretty sure we'll get someone shortly.
Mexican and 14,000 feet up there. No, I'm like, girls, this was fun.
We got Javi away from the table, but we have a Lude straddling. I believe it's $6 on the button.
Stuff, but not getting on those things.
Acts on the small blind. Josh will call the 6. Matt folding his big blind. 7 deuce off. No 7 deuce game on. Isaac folding 6 deuce. Brian folding jack deuce of diamonds. We got Carlos in the hijack. Ace jack off. He decides to call. I'd like to come in for a raise there. Got Lewis coming in with 9-4 with spades. And then Lude checking his option. 7-5 off.
Any more towels?
4 ways to the flop. We got Carlos in the lead with ace jack. And we got Josh with the best hand. We have top pair, king queen. We got Carlos with the straight draw.
They're all nice and vail.
With ace jack. Check, check. Lewis checks. Elude checks his option. Still 4 ways to the turn. Josh still out with top pair. Decides to bet 15. We got Carlos calling with the straight draw. We got Lewis folding his gut shot. And we have Elude. He has open-ended. It's a 9 or a 4, which Lewis folded both those, but here comes the river, 3 ways. Oh, we got Elude ribbing the straight. It's gonna be a hidden straight. Josh checking top pair. We got Carlos coming in for a bet. He's trying to represent. Oh no, he checks. Faked me out. We got a lead with the straight on the river. I like his sizing. Seems like he missed straight draws, flush draws. Got Carlos with a top pair, good kicker. A lot of draws missed. I don't blame the call on the river, but he will get shown the bad news.
57 Chevy. Straddle special.
Just like he planned.
Runner.
Thanks for helping me out, getting your chips over there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and check then.
Yeah, but I think if you raise and I call him,
Carlos did fake me out there with that fake bet on the river. He's not the type of player to count out chips and not bet, put him into the pot.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Looks like we have some straddles going on. We had Don Neto straddle 2 hands before. The last time we got we got Eliud straddling. Now we have Josh straddling. I believe it looks like $10.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Javi's back on the table.
Yeah, on the flop, I was open.
To be honest with you, like,
Because I know you've been
it didn't come. Oh yeah, but like I haven't been around in a while. You know.
I believe we got a new player sitting on the table.
As of right now.
Adrian Livas.
Yeah.
He's on seat 1. He replaced Don Neto.
Yeah, for sure. Is that 10?
Yes, straddle 10.
Straddle 10 on the button. Matt Crocker first act in the small blind will fold. Jack 9 off. You got heavy with Queen 4 off on the big blind. He already has 3 out there. He doesn't want to fold them. Isaac folding Ace 8 off. We got Brian with Jack 10 off. Coming in for a raise. Looks like $30. Carlos folding Jack 3. We got a couple folds. Folded around to heavy. Decides to call. He already has 10 out there. He doesn't want to fold. He doesn't give them up right away. Heads up to the flop. 7, King, 5. 2 spades. No one hits a flop. Javi's ahead. But Brian was the aggressive pre-flop, so he might continue the aggression. And he decides to continue with $30. Heavy didn't connect the flop, so he's going to give up. I believe Brian's making his debut also on the stream. Welcome to the stream, Brian.
$6 button straddle.
There we go, guys. Here's another straddle on the button. Straddles are contagious. We have $6 button straddle by Matt. We got heavy in the small blind, Queen 7 of clubs. He has $1 out there. I don't think he's going to be folding this. He does call. We got Isaac in the big blind with King 9 off. He decides to call. Fold, fold. Lewis with Queens, mid position.
9 raises to 55.
He raises to $55. We got Levi's folding his first hand. Fold, fold. Matt folds. We got heavy with $6 in there. Can't let him go. Decides to call. With Queen 7 of clubs. We got Isaac folding his King 9 off. Heads up to the flop. These guys are pretty deep. A lot of playability. Heads up to the flop. Oh my god. Javi flopping pair and a flush draw. It's going to be a big pot.
9 bets 55.
Javi checks. Lewis bets 55.
That was a
Javi
swing
with the
when
quick call.
You learned how to drive, right? Matt?
Turn, 10 of diamonds. Javi check. Lewis checks, spot control. River, King of hearts. I believe we'll go check, check, unless Javi wants to turn his 7 into a bluff.
Had it circled, like it would be like really big.
He goes check, check. Lewis will take it down, queens. Pot could have gotten a lot bigger. Lewis decides to bet the turn as well. Wanted to take the showdown value on the river as well.
Alright, so you guys are even.
See if Javi gets a little straddle on there. Yep, straddles are contagious, guys. $10 button straddle.
$10 button straddle.
Nice hand.
$10 button straddle. Action will be on Isaac in the small blind. See if he gets a playable hand. And that is not it. 9-3 off. In the muck. See Brian on the big blind. See what he decides to do. King Jack offsuit. Playable hand. He calls. We got Carlos folding. We got Lewis folding. We got Levi's folding. We got a Liu, Josh folding, Matt folding. Oh, we got heavy with a good hand on the button. Straddle. Ace queen off.
5 raises to 30. 30 more? Oh,
We got heavy raising to 40 total. 30 on top. Brian already has $10 in there. See if he elects to take a flop.
7 calls.
And he does call. It's going to be heads up to the flop.
Heads up.
2 Broadway cards going at it. Oh, Brian flopping trips. We got heavy with backdoor spades as well.
7 check.
We got Brian checking, heavy checking. Oh, that's an excellent turn. Straight draw for heavy and a flush draw. Brian still has trips with the spade as well. Brian decides to lead out for $30. Heavy not going anywhere with the backdoor spades. Now he has a flush draw. River blank for heavy. And Brian should be betting, I would say, $50 from Brian.
7 bets 45.
And Brian bets 45. Heavy, quick fold. So Brian had trip kings with Jack Hicker. We have a promotion going on here at Texas Card House, guys. They have progressive high hands. Aces full of tens or better. It goes up $100 every hour. From 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Right now, currently, I believe with the before I got into the booth, the high hand was at 1300, paying at 6 p.m. But now it's 7, so it's probably at 1400. So if you guys want to come down to Texas Card House, try to hit one of those high hands, you can. We got Los. Oh no, we got Lewis under the gun with Ace King off,
9 raises to 20.
coming in for a raise for $20. We got Leave Us paying his first.
1 call.
Decides to play King 5-4. Got Fold. Matt Crockfogel 10-6. You got Heavy coming in with King 5 off. Isaac folding 6-5. Brian 8 folding 8-4. You got Carlos coming in with Queen 10 off. You got 4 ways to the flop. Lewis in the lead with Ace King off. Jack 6-9. We got Carlos with open-ended first act. See what he elects to do. Checks the aggressor. Lewis checks. It's checked around. Still 4 ways to the turn. We still got Ace King in the lead. Now we have 3 people having straight draws.
8 bets 60.
Carlos elects to lead into the 3 other players with open-ended. Lewis, Ace King, no pair, no straight draw. I would assume he's in a fold. He has 2 players behind him. Got it. Adrian folding, open-ended. And Heavy folding his straight draw, his gut shot. Carlos taking down with Queen High.
Service, table 9.
All right, guys, like I said, the straddles are contagious, and we have a button straddle. Isaac elected not to straddle, so
Service or brush.
he's not showing off at all.
Oh, bueno, ¿qué necesitas?
I would assume that it's his first live stream, so I thought he would put the straddle on, but nope, he does not care. He will keep that VPIP as low as possible, seems like. Got a little hold up here. Got a $6 button straddle from Brian. I guess not everybody on their debut likes to straddle.
6 on the button.
That's not the case for Brian. He puts on the straddle. Got fold from the small blind. Carlos 8 deuce off. Got Lewis in the big blind. We don't know his cards yet, but he says raise to 55.
Don't fold.
Got pocket kings for Lewis.
Yeah, ace low.
Second
9 raises.
best starting hand in Hold'em. Got a fold from Leave Us 10 deuce off. Got a lead folding 6-3. 10-4 in the mug. Queen 5 in the mug. 6 deuce in the mug. 8-7 in the mug from Isaac. And we got Brian folding his queen jack off
He
from the
likes to see
button.
him warm up.
No quiere que lo veamos warm up.
Got Lewis taking it down.
Somebody else will come along, maybe.
We got Heavy. Looks like he's adding on 1,000. Like I said, guys, Heavy loves playing big pots. He ain't afraid of battle.
I'll say 5.
It's either between 300 or 1,000 or match stack, and the highest stack right now is 11.
11. Déjame.
I believe we have the dealer on the floor telling Javi that here at Texas Card House, our 1-3 is 100 minimum. Well, on the stream, it's 300 minimum. But on the 1-3 tables on the floor are 100 minimum buy-in, 1,000 max, and it's match stack after that. So I believe the biggest stack is 1,300. So they told him to take off a little bit up, shifts off the table. So he will have a little bit less than what I just mentioned.
Wouldn't it when it gets you in a really good mood, right?
And we have another straddle going on. Got a Liu straddling under the gun, I believe 6. We got a double straddle from Josh to $12 re-straddle.
Hey, this dude is an ace straddle. Nothing rattles him, straddle.
$6 under the gun, straddle, and we got a re-straddle for $12. Actions on Matt.
I knew there was a story.
Matt folds. Not sure what his holdings were. I believe they were pretty bad. Matt likes to see flops. And Queen Deuce, yes, it is a bad hand.
Oh, yeah.
We got Heavy. We got one card. We don't know. We're not too sure what the other one is. Isaac's still folding hands over there. Brian calling King Queen. Carlos is out. Lewis is out. Leave Us is out.
Yeah, it's there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We got Liu defending his $6 out there. We got Josh checking his option. 4 ways to the flop. We got Javi with the 9 and a mystery card. We got 8-3 deuce. We have 8-3 deuce on the flop. The graphics are wrong. It's not 3 deuce 10. We got Josh leading out. I believe it's top pair on the flop with 8-4. We got Brian with the king of diamonds and 2 overs.
We all know.
We all know that you're not normal.
We all know what. Yeah.
Turn, deuce of spades,
Hashtag last week.
blank to Josh. Decides to check.
We all know what.
See if Brian likes to bluff.
You know who also stacks for chips?
He does. He bets 20.
Your high school.
Not enough to get Josh out with top pair.
Como 1000 bolas.
Josh calls. See if the river comes a diamond or king or queen.
I think she
If not, Josh still in the lead. River, jack, clubs. Josh still in the lead. We got Josh betting $60 on the river. Brian did not hit his flush. It's going to be difficult to call that. King high. Unless he elects to turn his king of diamonds into a bluff. Try to represent a flop. Flopped slow play flush. Brian decides to fold. Josh shows the 8, but it got turned over.
She checked. She checked, like I said. Keep track. But it did look like it.
See if we can get a straddle restraddle going on again. Once again, guys, we got Chubbs in the booth. I play the stream once in a while. We got Isaac making his debut. Me and him traded places, so we can finally have him play and we can judge him on his play. He does it every week for on us. See if he ever plays a hand. I don't think he's had anything playable, so we're gonna allow that. We got Josh coming in for a call under the gun. We got Matt folding, heavy folding. See if Isaac gets anything playable. That will go into the muck. Brian folding. Got Carlos with the king jack off. Alexa make it 25. We got Lewis with ace sign off on the button folding. We got Leave Us folding. We got Eliud calling with 6-5 of clubs. Nice playable hand. We got Josh coming in after the limb. Through ways to the flop. King Jack in the lead. And that quickly changes. Eliud in the lead. He has mid pair and a straight draw, 6-5. Josh checks after Eliud's check. See if Carlos elects to continue with the aggression. Nope. Like a check. Now Josh turns a straight draw. We got Eliud with mid pair and open it now. Check the round. River ace of clubs. Eliud still in the lead. See if anyone wants to take a bluff at it. Got Josh trying to represent the ace with the worst hand. You got a better hand to fold. See if Eliud can find the call. He does not. Josh taking down the pot.
Jeremiah.
Looks like we got a dealer change. We got Ash Cash getting out of the box. We have Jerry coming in. All right, guys, we have the big 25, big one. We got a 25K guarantee coming up, starting on Monday, on the 24th, all the way to the 29th. We have day 2 on Sunday. Guys, it's a $100 buy-in, and first place is guaranteed $10,000. You should come and play this tournament. I highly recommend it. It's, I mean, we all play 1-3. We all buy in like 500 sometimes to make 200. Why would you not want to play a tournament for $100 to try to win 10,000? Back to the action. Matt folding king deuce off. We got Heavy coming in with the raise with 9s. Isaac still not playing any hands. We get fold around. I believe Heavy made it. Yeah, he raises it to 20. Fold it around to. We got Leave Us coming in with a call for 20 bucks with Queen 10 of diamonds, playable hand. Elite folding. Oh, we got Josh 3-betting from the big blind with King 10 of spades. That hand does play well post flop. Got Leave Us on the button with another playable hand. Definitely coming in. Through race to the flop. We got Heavy in the lead. We got Josh being the aggressor. See if he elects to c-bet on the flop. 7-4 deuce rainbow. Josh doesn't have backdoor spades. It's going to be tough to c-bet there. We got Javi in the lead with 9s. Bets 125. Agent folds Queen 10. It's going to be hard to Josh to continue here because he has no backdoor straights, no backdoor flushes. Decides to fold. Heavy taking down with the best hand. Good flop for 9s there. Let's see what Isaac's first hand. It comes in for a raise or a call with.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I
Maybe he won't even play a hand. I mean, he did play the king nine off because he was already in for $3, so it's $3 more. But
I do like pocket nines.
actually coming in
Take that over pocket jack.
with a hand that he likes. Let's see if he ever plays a hand. See how he comes in with a straddle. Oh no, we have a lead straddling on the button. $6. Action will be on the small blind. Got Josh with the pretty 9-7 of diamonds coming in with the call. Got Matt folding Jack 7 for 3 more. We got Heavy coming in with 4-3 of clubs. Isaac, see what he had? Isaac, we will not know what he had. Isaac folding Jack 3, still not playable.
Here you go.
We got Leave Us calling with Jack 10 off. Elude on the button with Queen 10 off. Oh, we got Lewis limping in also, Queen Jack off. We got Leave Us coming in with the call. And we also got Elude checking his option with Queen 10.
high hand still running. High hand still running.
Yes, I believe so.
Flop is 10-9-5. We have mid pair for Josh. We have 2 people with top pair. Josh leading out with mid pair. Heavy fold, just backdoor straight flush draw.
Is a high hand still
We got Lewis with open ended and backdoor spades. I highly doubt he's going to be folding this hand.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate it.
Comes in with the call. We got Leave Us with top pair. Backdoor straight draw. Comes in for a raise. Got Elude folding the better top pair. Get better kicker. Raise to 45 from Leave Us. We got Josh folding mid pair. We got Lewis getting a good price. Open ended straight draw. He has 2 overs. Well, he thinks he has 2 overs. He has backdoor spades. I highly doubt he would come in. He would fold. Heads up to the turn, guys. Lewis does call. Turn is a blank. 5 of diamonds. I would think that Adrian is going to go all in here to protect his hand. There is a lot of draws out there. And he bets 55 and Lewis folds. Everybody in the chat, give me a 1 that Isaac doesn't straddle on the button, and give me a 2 if you think he's gonna straddle. I am voting for 1, but you all let me know what you all think. Look, he has the option to straddle right here under the gun, and he will not straddle. No straddles his hands. Wow, surprising. Action will start with Isaac. He has Queen 9 off and does elect to fold. Brian with the pretty 6-5 of hearts. Carlos calling. King 8 of diamonds. Lewis calling with 6-4 off. We got Leave Us coming in for a raise with Ace Jack off to 26. Elude folding 6-3. Josh folding Ace 4. See if Matt finally gets a hand that he likes. And he's not. Ace 5 is in the muck. Heavy with 8-3 off in the muck. I would guess Brian's coming in because that's a very nice hand. Brian incoming with the call. Carlos calls. See, we got Lewis coming in to mix it up. And he does complete. 4 ways to the flop. We got Leave Us with the best hand.
Take it, yeah.
10, deuce, king, rainbow. We got Carlos flopping top pair. Maybe see what he elects to check to the aggressor. Decides to check. Lewis checks. Adrian checking his straight draw. Turns a 9 of clubs. Now there's a flush draw. Doesn't improve people. We got Carlos still in the lead with top pair. Decides to bet to protect his hand. Bet 75. We got Lewis with nothing in the muck. Adrian decides to fold. And Brian will fold as well. Carlos taking down the pot. We got Isaac in the hand only because he's big blind. Let's see who decides to play the hand. Got Brian folding queen 3 of clubs under the gun. Carlos folding 8-7. We got Lewis coming in with a call 9-6 off. We got Levis coming in with ace-5 off. We got Elude raising with 6-5 of spades to 65. Matt finally found a hand he likes with king-4 off. We got Heavy with another playable hand, 6-4 diamonds. Isaac deciding to fold queen-8 off. And we got Lewis. He's closing. Oh no, thought he was closing the action, but he does call. We got Levis closing the action with ace-5 off. We have 5 ways to the flop. Ten of spades, 9 of hearts, 3 of hearts. Anybody have hearts? No, it does not look like it. We got Lewis in the lead with mid pair. He does bet 65. Doesn't look like anybody has anything to continue with. And he will take it down.
Yeah. We're you know.
Buddy's rounding Jeremiah. His girlfriend calls him Jerry Bear.
Action is on Carlos. He has ace-4 off. First stack.
Does your father-in-law call you that down?
That decides to call.
Georgie. No, it was really Georgie.
8-5 off, folding. We got Levis raising it up with 10-7. Elude folding. We got Heavy with queen-8 off in the button. We got Isaac finally with a playable hand. And that goes into the mug. King-10 of hearts in the mug. We got Brian with queen-jack suited. Calling from the big blind. Oh, if that 9 was in the front, it would have been 9-5-6. But we do have a flop of 5-9-6. Leave Brian with the check, and Levis will continue with his straight draw. It'd be tough for Brian to continue. It does have backdoor spades. But he is at a position, so it's going to be hard to continue. Which he does continue. And that is a straight draw for Brian now. Leave us turning the nut straight. See what Brian does check. See the sizing that Leva's decides to continue with. He does have the nuts. Maybe he doesn't want to scare off his opponent. He does bet 45. Brian does believe that he overs, but now he has a straight draw, so he may continue. And Brian does fold. Levas does take it down with the nut straight. Oh my God, guys. I don't believe it. That might be heavy $6. He probably thinks he's the button because I highly doubt that's Isaac $6 on the button. We're about to find out. If that's Isaac $6 on the button straddle, I'm in shock. I am proud of him. Oh my God. It does look like it's Isaac $6. Let's all give him a round of applause, guys. $6 button straddle by Isaac Ebram. Action is on the small blind. It's on Brian, King 6 of diamonds. Decides to call. See what Carlos has in the big blind. Carlos folds, a 9-4 off. Lewis folds. Oh, we got Adrian with queens, raising it up to $26. Got a fold, 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 heavy. 8-3 of hearts. Those aren't his $6, so it's probably going into the muck. Unless those $6 shadows were his, he would probably continue with. We got Isaac holding queen 5. And we have Brian folding. No action for Livas, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 400. No. It used to be 500, but now if you hit it before 5 o'clock, it pays 1,000. And then you get it after 5 o'clock, it pays 400. Yeah. It's a terrible promo for the players. Terrible. Long story short, did you hit it? No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. The game ended up dying out. That's what I'm saying. It's terrible. You want to play 30 hours and then hit 4 flushes in there 30 hours.
Hopefully the graphics catch up because I'm not too sure what anybody has. Not even sure if there's a straddle or not, but I'm sure we will catch up. Well, I see that Adrian, or Livas, comes in for a raise for 16.
Can you rescan? Yeah, they already told you 240. Yeah, okay. No, it was my fault. One raises to 16. Yeah, it's good. Yes.
Apologize for this, guys. Sometimes our players do act very fast, so sometimes the graphics take a little bit to catch up. We got Adrian Livas raising it up to 16 with 4-3 off. We got some mystery hands there that mucked. We got heavy folding, Jack 5 off. We got Isaac with the Queen Deuces hearts folding. We got a fold from the button, small blind, and Adrian got no action with queens, and now he gets no action with 4-3 off.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it matters for the other person.
It's great. He can just act like he had aces and be like, oh, I got no action. It's good for the image for later on. See if we can get some straddles back on, guys. And there goes the lead with the straddle. Action will be on Josh. Yeah, 6-4 off. That goes into the muck. We got Matt. See if he finally gets a hand. Oh, that's good enough for Matt. Makes a lot of straights, a lot of two pairs. Full houses, quads, all those possibilities. Calls, heavy calls. Got Isaac finally with the playable hand and decides to call with ace 6 of diamonds. Got a fold, fold. We got Lewis with king 7 of diamonds. We got Levis with queen 3 off. We got more diamonds with Elude with 3 deuce of diamonds. We have all red cards on the screen, and it's 6 ways to the flop. It's gonna be hard for diamonds to come out, but and it's all black. 6 of clubs, 8 of spades, 7 of spades. Got Lewis checking mid pair, check, check. We got Matt flapping a straight. We have heavy with a straight draw and top pair. We got Matt betting 30. We got heavy calling. We got Lewis folding mid pair. Folded around, it's heads up.
Heads up to the turn.
Oh, we got a higher. Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. They both have the same straight, but Matt got his straight counterfeited. It goes check, check. And backdoor clubs get there, but it's gonna be hard for somebody to have that. Matt checks again. See if Javi decides to bet it straight. And they both check. It's gonna be a chop. So the first hand Matt decides to play, or he sees a playable hand, flops it straight, and it gets pretty ugly. So unfortunate for Matt, they do chop it.
Come on, Jerry Bear. I thought you said that was his name.
I said that to his girlfriend.
So with Brian over here, it's his first day in the playground, and he wants to.
Sorry, Jeremiah.
Doesn't look like we have a shadow this hand. Got Josh with 6-4 off, another gun. We got Matt folding another hand that he may not like. 10-6 off, heavy with king 8 off, mid position. That is my favorite hand. I prefer it suited, but I like it any type of way. We got a fold from Brian. We got a fold from Carlos. We got Lewis on the button with deuces. He calls. We got Levis calling with king 7 off, and we got a lead checking his option on the big blind with 7-5 off. We got ace, ace, 9, rainbow. Nobody hitting that flop. We have Lewis in the lead with deuces. Checked around to him on the button. Decides to come out with a bet of $10. We got heavy. We got folded around to heavy. He decides to call. Turns to 4. Still rainbow. He goes check, check. And we have heavy coming in with the lead on the river with an 8. 2 pair for heavy. Aces and 8s. Guys, I believe the high hand is still up for grabs. We have a high hand. Goes up $100 every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays. Right now, I believe it's at $1,300, $1,400, something like that. Come down to Texas Card House. RGV. Come try to hit it. Qualifying hand is aces full of 10s or better. Back to the action. No straddle this hand. Matt may be in a conversation, so he forgot a straddle. And he has 5 deuce of hearts, first stack. That is good enough for Matt. Comes in for a raise. $17. Queen 10 off. We're heavy. Next stack. Isaac continues to fold. Brian folding. Carlos folding king 3 of spades. Lewis folding 9-8 off. Levi's folding 6-4 off. We got Elude with 7 deuce suited. I believe we're not playing the 7 deuce game, but he does love playing pots. And we got Josh completing the big blind with jack deuce off. 3 people with deuces. And somebody with the queen 10 in the lead. Ace queen 9 is a flop. The only person hit that is heavy. He's in the lead. He will take a stab. Nobody having much. It's gonna be hard to continue. And everybody folds. Looks like heavy just wants to show one person.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, there it is.
I can see those at 40 anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, you're up to
Yeah, you're up to Who cares? Like if you lose this game, well, that closest strategy against who was it last round? Pacers. Yeah, I know the Pacers. So yeah, they're like, no, we're not gonna bring it back until the finals.
Heavy dragging in some pots. I don't think he has time to straddle. Oh no, we have straddle on the button from Elude. If Elude wasn't straddling on the button, we would have heavy straddling pretty much at the opportunity he had. We got Josh folding 7-3 off. We got Matt calling with 6 king deuce of hearts. Heavy folding. Isaac still folding. We got Brian raising it with ace-6 off. Got Carlos folding. Lewis folding. We got Livas calling with 10-6 of diamonds. Oh, we got Elude with queens on the button straddle. Decides to 3-bet to $50. Matt has $6 in there. He might call, to be honest. I played a lot of hours with Matt, and he likes to see flops. We got Brian, the original raiser. See if he wanted to defend his $15. Nope. Decides to fold. We got Livas with 10-6 of diamonds. Folds. Elude taking down the pot. Queens on the button. Straddle. Sometimes it does pay off to straddle. Sometimes you do catch some monsters. It's unexpected. Sometimes when you button straddle, or you are the straddle, and it gets called around or raised, especially in your position, people may assume that you're trying to quote-unquote bully people because you have the button straddle. So sometimes it does pay off to straddle, guys. Somebody pass that message to Isaac, please. Isaac under the gun, 5-3 off. Is he going to go into the muck? Shouldn't even look.
He's going to bounce over a lot.
Fold from Isaac. We got Brian, 6-4 clubs. That is a pretty hand. He decides to throw in the muck. We got Carlos and Lewis folding. Got Adrian folding, Elude folding. Got Josh raising it up on the button to queen 5 clubs. Matt calling small blind with queen 10 off, and we have Javi with a pretty hand, queen 10 of hearts on the big blind. And I do like this 3-bet.
Well, the same thing with what's his name, Brady, right?
It does seem kind of weak from Josh on the button, especially for that sizing. Javi pounces on it, but they all do it. Let to see the flop. Got 2 people with the same hand. We got queen 5 of clubs and 2 queen 10s. 3 ways to the flop. 7-6 ace, all spades. Nobody holding a spade. Check, check to the button. Got a check from the button. Still 3 ways to the turn. We got 2 players hitting mid pair. Javi was the aggressor, so he may take a lead here. Matt checks. Javi does bet 50. Josh has queen 5 of clubs. No straight draw. No flush draw. He does have the power of the button. Might want to get tricky.
a lot of times it's fit on team neutral. Even like Lamar Jackson, if he wasn't on team neutral.
Oh, he had bad intentions, but changed his mind. Matt folding the same hand. Aggression does pay off, guys. You see how Matt and Heavy had the same hand, but since Heavy was the aggressor, Matt was just a caller. He gets to be continue with the stronger range of hands. So he got somebody to fold the same hand he did.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think somebody had
I did hear a lot of yelling in the audio, so it does seem like somebody might have hit the high hand. It was probably $1,400-$1,500. Now I know. That's why you know the excitement is worth it, because it's a lot of money.
Might be truck or something, but we don't.
We got Brian, first stack with 9-4 offsuit.
That's recorded.
Goes into the muck.
Like everything's you there, which is
We got Carlos with King Jack off. Coming in for a raise, 30 bucks. We got Lewis folding 10-3 of spades. Oh, we got Livas with queens. He's just flatting. Got folded around to Matt on the button with fives, heavy. Having one of Livas' queens with queen 4. Isaac showing his neighbors that he's still folding all these shitty hands. Sorry, excuse me, bad hands. King 6 off in the muck.
half an hour. We got half an hour to beat it. As long as it's not like
3 ways to the flop.
they're gonna come back. Yeah, it's a jack high straight flush.
Ace, 8, 7, 2 spades. Carlos was the aggressor. Decides to check. We got Livas checking his queens. We got Matt checking his fives. 3 ways to the turn. We got Carlos turning a double gutter. He needs a queen or a 9.
Hey, what's that beer y'all have down there?
He was also the aggressor pre-flop, so see, we'd like to take a stab here on the turn as a semi-bluff.
I don't know what the hand is. He's leaving already.
No high hand.
Yeah.
What is it? Quads?
Action
Quads?
on Carlos. He decides to check. See if Livas decides to see where his queens are. He does elect to bet. $60. Matt holding. He has no straight draws. He didn't hit a 5. Curious on what Carlos is going to do. He has a double gutter. Queen or a 9 make him a straight.
Really?
He decides to fold his double gutter. And Livas will take it down with queens.
Lucy plays a lot of hands.
I know. I like playing with him a lot because me da mucha vuelta.
Yeah.
Straight
So I
flush?
get, so I get his voice changed.
I don't know how high it is. Doesn't matter.
He is a singer, so the high pitch.
Yeah.
I think he was down.
You got Carlos under the gun with King 7 off.
We're down third place. Violinist.
Goes into the muck. You got Lewis with a very pretty hand, 8-7 of hearts. Zach coming with the raise for 10. You got a Lude calling with King 10 of hearts. Josh calling with 5-4. Matt folding heavy with 8-4. He has $1 in there. Decides to fold. Got Isaac folding the Doyle Brunson suited 10 deuce. And we have Brian coming in with 3 deuce offsuit. 4 ways to the flop.
This is at the very end of the tube.
We got Queen 5-7, 2 clubs. Nobody holding clubs. We got Brian checking, Lewis checking, Eliu checking. We got Josh with bottom pair in position. Bets 13.
Yeah.
Believe Brian's gonna be folding with no straight draws, no pairs. Folds. Got Lewis with mid pair. Got a Lude with no straight draw, no flush draw. Decides to fold. Heads up to the turn. Turn is a 10 of clubs. Puts a front flush out there. Only player holding a club is Josh. They both check. River, 4th club. See if Lewis decides to turn his mid pair into a bluff. He checks. See if Josh wants to bet his club. He does decide to bet and a quick fold from Lewis. All right, guys. Button's going to Isaac. You think he's going to straddle again? Oh, baby. He put the straddle. He wants to get that V-pip up because he hasn't been playing any hands. So he put the straddle on. It will increase your V-pip.
Well,
That
he
was-
must do a rebought, must have.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think it's gonna come out.
That counts.
We have a $6 button
Pero
straddle.
decía el
No hay,
camarada,
no hay master key, güey. Se lo pongo.
decía el camarada, lo quito nomás porque me hace reír.
Oh, we got Brian with ace king of clubs. First stack on the small blind. He did limp last time, first stack with ace king of hearts, so he does continue to set the trap, as people like to say. Carlos calls with ace six off. Lewis calls king six of spades. Libas folds. Eliud calls the ace deuce of hearts. Josh decides to raise it to $40 with king nine off. Fold it around to Brian. Last time he did limp in, he did bump it up when it got to him. And he does 3-bet to $100. Carlos folds. Lewis folds. Eliud does have a suited ace. Does throw it into the muck. I got Josh with king nine off. He's getting a good price, but somebody limp raising seems like a strong holding, so king nine does not play that well versus a limp raising hand. He does elect to call. He does have position. 224 in the middle. Heads up. And he does flop. They both do flop straight draws. Jack, queen, deuce, rainbow. Brian will backdoor clubs. See if Brian continues his aggression. Brian does continue with the $100. Josh did call the limp raise preflop with king nine flopping a straight draw. He does continue to fold. Select the fold. Great fold by Josh. I mean, it's kind of tough to call with king nine and flop a straight draw and fold to the same bet. Good fold by Josh. If a 10 came, he would have been drawing dead. See, we still continue to get the straddles going. Brian is stacking chips, so he may forget to put the straddle on. You're not obligated to put the straddle, but he has been putting the straddle. Nope, action will be on Livas first stack, queen. I'm sorry, 9-4 offsuit going into the mug. Got a Eliud with a very nice hand, ace, jack of clubs. Does elect to raise it to 25. A fold from Josh. Matt playing 6-4 of spades. Heavy, folding 9-6. Isaac showing his neighbors that he has not found a hand to play. Folded around to Lewis with a pretty hand, 8-7 of clubs. 3 ways to the flop. Lewis does not want to see clubs. And it does come clubs. 5, queen, king. 2 clubs. Lewis first stack. Checks it. Eliud. Very pretty combo draw. He has a gut shot to the nuts, and he has a nut flush draw. Continues to bet for 50. Matt folds. I don't think Lewis called pre-flop to fold to 1 bet on the flop with the flush draw. Ooh, Eliud turning the nuts straight. Lewis still having a flush draw. Eliud does continue with the $100. And Lewis does call. Lewis does not want to see a club on the river. Heads up to the river. Lewis ribbling a 7. Not good enough. Decides to check. Action on elude. See how much he wants to get out of it. And he went all in for 222. Easy fold from Lewis.
You got me. I'm glad you didn't come. Thank the Lord. Thank the
Elude,
Lord.
always a gentleman when he plays. Showing his opponent that he had a nut straight and a flush draw.
I'm dead, really.
Got a $10 button straddle from Carlos. Action will be on the small blind.
Yeah, I beat you there, man. I put you on something low.
Got Lewis first stack. See if he wants to call with ace 9 off. He does call. Got Adrian folding. 7 deuce on the big blind. Elude calling. Queen jack off. Josh calling with queen 8 off. Got Matt in there with king 10 off. Heavy with Doyle Brunson. That goes into the muck. Isaac continues the muck. He has ace 4 off. Brian folding. Carlos on the button straddle with king 9 off.
$25 and then only the small blind can win whatever's on there, but you gotta win it straight up, like not running 5 or anything like that. If you're in the small blind, whatever stacks up as it keeps going around, you win that.
He does elect to raise his button straddle.
Each of us. Explain it to me.
He does. He makes it 80 more. 90 total.
Are you fine for small blind game? You know about
We've got Lewis folding.
Adrian?
I don't bet men, but I don't know how to.
He doesn't know how to play.
Alright, no, we're good.
There's a lot of money out there. Carlos must have
It is,
sensed some weakness.
but it's not because
There's about $50 dead money out there. He is on the button, so it's gonna be hard for people to continue.
well, yeah, but there's like no chips.
People don't have that strong of holdings. We got Elude folding queen jack. Josh folding queen 8. Matt does have $10 out there, so it's gonna be tough for him to fold. He does call. Matt is in the lead by 1. Very interesting what's gonna happen if the flop comes a king, which both players are holding. Nope, flop comes 3-3-8, rainbow. Matt out of positions, probably gonna have to check. See if Los continues his aggression. Matt checks. Carlos does bet 150.
On the
Yes, taking it down. Like I said, guys, aggression does pay off. Perfect example there. Los had worst hand, but since he was the aggressive pre-flop, he was able to take down that pot.
Yeah, if I bet you, you can bet.
I mean,
I watch a lot of college football.
No, you can't.
So I put $100 in.
You got shit.
It took me all the way to the end of the year, but I finally lost my $100. I got up, a little bit, we got down. I think I got like
No straddles this hand. Josh 8-4 off. First stack. Go fold.
pero estaba king, queen,
We got Matt limping in with
yeah.
queen 4 of hearts. We got Heavy with 3 deuce off. Comes in with a call. Isaac. See if he gets a playable hand. 10-8 off. We'll go into the muck. Brian folding 9-7. Carlos folding 7-4.
I was always gritty. Either
Cuando posté los 100, I had the nut straight.
We got Lewis with king 5 off on the button. He does fold. We got Adrian in the small blind with ace jack off. Coming in the raise for 20. Elude folding 3-2. Matt has $3 in there, so he might see a flop.
I don't know the other.
He does. Elect to call. Got Heavy folding 3 deuce off. Heads up to the flop. Got 9-8 of hearts and a jack of diamonds. We got top pair for Leave Us, and we have a flush draw and a straight draw for Matt.
The more pairs and you miss your flush, entonces ya está cabrón. Porque si me entiendes, ya le tengo miedo al
Leave Us is first stack. He does bet 30. Matt in position with the flush draw and a straight draw. We'll call. Turn. King of Hearts. Matt making his flush. Leave Us does have the Jack of Hearts. The action goes check, check.
So I was screwed regardless. That I mean,
Action on Leave Us.
thanking him.
Leave Us does bet 30. Matt quickly calls and shows him the bad news. Matt dragging in a pot. See if we get any other straddles on the button or under the gun. No straddles this hand. Action will be on Matt. He does have ace 10 of spades for a sack. Very playable hand. Got heavy with 8-7 of spades. Does it come in for a raise? Makes it 26. Isaac folding queen 10. Brian folding. Carlos with sevens.
Yes, I did with my hands.
You know, I had no idea Drew Brees was one of the ownership of
He bought into it after the fact.
Yeah, he's a minority.
Yeah, after the fact, though.
Yeah, the guys.
Carlos does call 26
Start off in Louisiana.
with sevens.
Drew Brees is a minority owner.
Lewis does fold.
Did you see him on the undercover last episode?
We got Leave Us with ace 9 off on the button. Calling 26. We got Elude with the king 7 of diamonds on the small line. Does like to see flops. He continues. Got Josh in the big blind with sixes. And he does elect to squeeze. Goes all in. Graphics say 391. It does look like more than 391. It looks like about $400.
There's another one. It's like
430.
It's called Lanes. I don't know if you've heard about this. Yeah. Which one? Lanes. And I think they started in College Station. Before Kings actually.
Matt with the check of spades.
Yeah. Right next to the casino. Down the stairs.
Goes into the muck.
You take the stairs.
Fold from heavy. Carlos, calls. He has Josh dominated. Fold from Adrian. Fold from Eliud. Got an $863 pot, heads up.
I have a great too.
I don't know if mine's bigger or smaller than yours, but
They are asking if they want to go once or twice. We got Jerry in the box getting a count for us.
you don't have a strong pair, do you? Want to see both?
They're going twice here, man.
I think your pair's better.
¿Qué traes tú, Heavy?
I'm right in the middle.
King 7 of diamonds.
All right, we got Jerry clearing up. But the count is Josh was all in for 423. We got Carlos calling. Pot of 927. The players are agreeing to go twice, so we're going to see 2 full boards. Got Queen, Queen 9. Turn Jack. River Deuce. Sevens will hold on the first board. Second board is King, Queen 3. Turn 3, river 10. Sevens will hold.
Pocket six.
They will hold against the sixes.
Damn, bro. Dude, you guys are crazy. Good luck. You got all the way around.
Hey, I mean, hey,
Giant.
welcome. This is your first.
First time betting on this here.
No.
Guys, we have another tournament coming up every Friday and every Sunday. It's a $20 buy-in, $20 rebuys. If you get here on time, you get an early bird bonus. You have to register 1 hour before the tournament to get that 5K bonus, 20K starting stack. Come down. We usually get a good crowd.
It's there.
I was like, can one of y'all call? I was like, I'm definitely out. I was like, but if you guys would call, that's why I was like,
Oh yeah, of course.
so did you call because it was him, or would you have called it? No, I mean,
He's been away for 30
maybe not hobby, but.
Bam.
Because you guys live with each other a lot, right? It's an advantage and disadvantage not knowing.
They played with me. You know,
I see. Okay.
Seat open, table 9.
All right, but you still never know.
We got a $6 button straddle from Elude. I'm unsure if Josh is coming back or not, but we do have a wait list, so we will fill in that seat if he does not come back.
It's a straight flush, though.
It's a straight flush, and you would say, yeah.
Oh, it's a straight flush?
Yeah, it's a straight flush. To the jack, right?
We got Matt calling his big blind, completing. King 10 off, heavy folding King 4. Isaac with the playable hand. 8-5 of hearts will go into the muck. And we fold from Brian, fold from Carlos. We got Lewis protecting his cards. He will call and has. He has Jack 6 diamonds calls. Levi's calls. We got Elude raising the button straddle. Makes it 36 with King 10 off. We got Matt with the same hand. And we got Luis folding. We have Levi's calling with Ace 5. Ace 5 in the lead versus King 10 and King 10. Flop is Deuce 8-3. Rainbow. Ace 5 is still in the lead with the straight draw as well. We got Elude betting 75. Same hand as Matt, and Matt does fold. We got Levi's thinking about it. It is a big chunk of his stack, so he might be thinking either fold or go all in. And he does fold. Like I said, guys, aggression does pay off. We got Elude getting the same hand to fold King 10 and getting a better hand to fold. Got Isaac missing the opportunity to straddle since there is nobody on the button. He will be first stack. Folds 3 deuce of clubs. Brian wasn't at his seat. He did have ace-king off. Got Carlos with queen 6 off. Got Lewis with king 6 off. He does fold. Levi's folding 8-6. Elude folding. Matt giving heavy a walk. We do not know what heavy has. Oh, heavy. Jack 3. Off.
You think Trucker's action?
All right, here's the V-pip. We got Isaac at 5%. No, not shocked there. We got Levi's
portion.
with the highest VPIP, 54%. And we got everybody else in the middle.
He's either mafia or cartel. I don't know which one. But it's definitely.
Toneto.
Yeah, more like a transmission.
We got Brian with King Jack off, first stack. See if he likes to come in with a limp or a raise.
Jackson, though.
Yeah, he's always
I'm
like.
from here, but that guy.
Toneto.
He's just that
He does
guy, right?
elect to call $3. Got Carlos with Queen 4 off, folding. We got Lewis with 8-7 off, calls. We got Livas coming in, 9-5 off, with raise for 15. Eliud calling with Jack Deuce of Diamonds, full from Matt. Javi also with Diamonds 10-5, calls. Isaac again folding. We got Brian calling with King Jack off. We got Lewis calling, closing the action with 8-7 off.
You have to watch your guys warm up. You should be pretty excited.
5 ways to the flop.
Look at Brian.
Queen, Jack, King. 2 diamonds. We have 2 players with diamonds. We got another player with top and bottom pair. We got Heavy leading with the combo draw, diamonds and a straight draw. We got Brian with top and middle bottom pair. He has 3 people behind him. See if he elects to protect his hand. He does elect to raise to 60. Got Lewis folding. Leva's folding, and we got Eliud with bottom pair and a flush draw. All right, 2 players with diamonds, and 1 player with top and bottom pair. See if the turn brings any action. Oh my God, turn is diamonds. That is bad for Heavy. Got Eliud with second nut flush. Got Heavy with third nut flush. Check to Eliud. We bet 100. Heavy calls. Brian, let's see if he elects to call. Let's see he hit his boat.
That's some of the manufacturers that redo the cars.
I would like Brian to be around 1,000 to be able to call this bet, because then he can still get money from Heavy in case he happens to hit his boat, but he does fold. Heads up to the river. See if he doesn't kill any action with the pair in the board. And the river is ace of diamonds. And it goes check, check. Oh, it went check, check. Nut flush versus second nut flush. Well, Heavy and Eliud have been OGs. They're OGs of poker. They've been playing for years, man. I'm sure they have a lot of respect for each other. It is competition, but they also are friends. So sometimes it is like that in poker. Like, yeah, like it's a competition. Y'all do want to take each other's money, but sometimes there's just respect, and they're like, hey, let's just keep playing, having fun, whatever. So I do see why they did go check, check. But they're OGs of the game, man. They've been playing forever together. I've been playing for at least 12 years and 15 years, and I know that I've known them since then, and they've been playing that long together. So, all right, fold it around. Brian, I believe there's a $10 straddle on the button. Brian did decide to trap again. First stack, we're limping in, and it is going to work out for him again. Heavy decides to raise his button straddle to 65. Let's see if Brian decides to continue to trap, or he will bump it up as he's done in the past. He does decide just to flat. We have Lewis with King 8 of clubs that also made the $10 call.
I think he's on the list. Yeah. I'm not whoever's on the list first.
And he folds. We got Leave Us with Jack 4 diamonds that did call the $10 straddle. Folding. We got Matt Crocker folding King 4 off. Heads up to the flop. Queens versus 5-4 off. Let's see if aggression does pay off in this hand. Oh. Deuce 9-3. Brian with the overpair, heavy with the aggression, and he did flop open-ended.
He's based on the stream a lot. Guero, Beard. He probably played with him.
Heavy does bet 75. See what Brian elects to do.
Cash in the house.
There's only 2 views this review?
He does just continue to call. See what the turn brings. Oh my god, Javi makes the nuts. This is a very bad board for queens. Brian does check. Depends. I'm curious on what size Javi wants to continue with because Brian does not have that much left compared to the pot size. But he also doesn't want to lose him because that board is not scary for his hand. I would say he bets 120. Oh, okay. I like that. He traps. River deuce. Backdoor hearts get there. This is a good board for queens. It's kind of hard for somebody to have hearts here. And Brian does elect to bet. I'm not too sure. He bets 100. Javi will put him all in. And I would assume Brian's not going to fold.
Tatum and Brown haven't been turning it up, you know what I'm saying?
Javi raises at 245. I believe that's putting Brian all in.
You know why I don't like that?
Sometimes the graphic could be wrong, but it's going to be a very tough fold for Brian here.
Yeah, like if we were playing basketball, the travel.
I do understand Hearts got there on the river, but Heavy did bet the flop, so it's kind of very hard for him to have backdoor Hearts.
Sí, like, esa no piensa, yo travel, you move your pivot foot, yes.
He was the aggressive pre-flop, so the hands that Brian's worried about is kings and aces. But sometimes in Hold'em, you just, if they have kings or aces, you just die when you have queens. Brian does make the call and sees the bad news.
Honestly, Brian, I hadn't seen my cards till the turn. I hadn't seen my cards till the turn. When you called that bet, when you called, I was like, okay. I looked at my cards and I was betting. You know,
Yeah, when you
Okay, Brian was not all in. He looks like he has like 330 just at the river. Sometimes the graphics can be off a little bit, but
put that out there.
it's okay. Brian did stay about with 100. There we go. We got Isaac putting on the straddle.
I put myself on that.
Props to him.
I put myself on some bullshit.
Got Brian adding on.
Well, it just happened to me.
We got a dealer change.
No, these guys are like.
Thank you, Jerry. We got, I believe we have Ash Cash coming back in. Guys, we do have an early bird bonus, you could say, the start of the day for Texas Card House. If you clock in before 11 on any cash game table and play 1 hour, they will give you 2 hours after that hour is completed. So just come play 1 hour before 11 and you will get 2 hours back added to your time after the 1 hour has passed. And we also have that tournament on Fridays and Sundays. $20 buy-in, 2K guaranteed, 20K starting stack. And when you get here 1 hour before the tournament and register before that, you get 5K extra. Back to the action. We got Carlos. Oh, we have a bonus straddle from Isaac. For $6, we got Carlos raising it up to 25. We got fold, elude, calling, 25 with deuces. Fold. Isaac's still showing his neighbors his hands. Heads up to the flop. King Jack versus deuces. We got 8, 9, 6 all clubs. Carlos with the only club. Check. Turns an ace. Check the round. River 3 of hearts. Check, check. And a dude would win with deuces.
You're another $1,000.
And they still keep it close.
For y'all, okay, guys?
So I don't understand this whole bonus thing. What's the bonus?
Service guys. Do you guys need us? They get fouled again, they go straight to
Free throw. That's what it means.
You can foul somebody like 5 times as a team. As a team. If you foul them, they don't shoot.
You go straight to them.
Yeah.
Well,
Either
yeah, once you get past it.
or 2 shots, depending on how many. It's a number.
One-on-ones in college.
Action will be on Livas. First sack. There was no straddle this hand. He has ace-5 off.
Ruben,
What's going on, guys?
do they still have one like on the free throws?
He will come in with the raise. For $15, Elude folds. Matt Crocker will call 7-5 off. He got tired of folding. Got heavy folding ace-4. We got Isaac continuing to fold. Brian folded. We got Carlos with ace-8 off on the small blind. He does call. We got Luis coming in with the call, completing the action with 9-6 off. 4 ways to the flop. Deuce, 7, queen, 2 diamonds. Nobody holding diamonds except Livas, but he only has 1. Check, check to Livas. He was the aggressor pre-flop. Bets 25. Matt Crocker with mid-pair calls. 7-5 off. Action on Carlos.
Yes.
Folds.
Yes.
Lewis folded.
It was a bet we had going on. If you've seen a flop.
I have.
Got heads up to the turn.
You won.
Turn is a 9 of spades.
Oh, I'll take the overs. Especially now that I know
Leave
what
us
the
checks.
overs is. I mean,
Waving the white flag. Matt Crocker still in the lead with a pair of 7s.
That's not true. That's not one flop.
One flop.
That was.
Check, check.
Yeah, no.
River, 5. Leave us.
I've been getting garbage.
River's a pair of 5s.
You'll see on the stream, it's been garbage.
Matt, River's 2 pair. Leave us betting out 25, and Matt quickly calls.
Yeah, 8-5.
Matt, River, 2 pair with the win.
I saw that flop. Right, you called it. Huh? Yeah. Normally yes. But Georgie said you should play it. I'm going, who's going to commentate? I'll commentate. Okay, well, play it.
All right, we got the straddles back.
They need an exact count for the stream.
We got Ruben coming in, taking an empty seat. He is a tournament player. I guess he decided to jump into the cash. I have traveled with him to different cities. We've gone to travel for tournaments. He does dabble in the cash games once in a while. I do consider him a friend. He has not been around in a while, so it's good to see him on the stream.
Under the gun.
A lead straddling 6 under the gun. Got Ruben folding his first hand, queen 7 off. Matt Crocker with queen 8 suited. He will call 6. Got heavy with king queen off. Coming in for a raise. $35. Isaac will continue to fold. Ace 5 off. Got Brian. Pocket 3s, and he's in late position. He does call. We got Carlos with king jack of diamonds on the button. See if he takes the aggressive side. He does call. Got Lewis folding 8-6. We got Livas on the big line with 10-4 hearts, folds. Elude with a very pretty hand, 10 of the clubs. He does defend his straddle. We got Matt calling with Queen 8 of diamonds. 5 ways to the flop. 3's slightly ahead. Has to dodge a lot. Flop is 9-3 deuce. We got Brian flopping a set, but unfortunately nobody has anything. 9-3 deuce is pretty much a good flop for especially as for a set. Turn hearts, front hearts get there. Elude does turn open-ended. Nobody holds a heart. Brian might have to start betting here to protect his hand. He does elect to bet 50 bucks. Nobody with the heart. The only person I see calling is Elude with open-ended. He does call. Matt folds. Heavy folds. Heads up to the turn. I mean to the river, I'm sorry. And the 4th heart does get there. Terrible card for Brian, but Elude does check. And Brian will take down the spot. What a terrible board for a set. It does feel good to win those too. Just like when Lewis won with pocket 9s versus 3 other players. Those hands just feel a little bit better to win. See Ruben will come in for the straddle. I'm not sure if he's there on his seat or not. Oh, he was not at his seat, so yes. Maybe that's why he did not straddle. He rushed back for a 10-3 off. Goes into the muck. Matt, 8-3 off in the muck. Heavy, Jack-6 off in the muck. Isaac with the Ace-4 off, also going into the muck. Brian with Ace-6 of hearts. He coming with the raise. Raise to $12. We got Carlos folding. We got Lewis in the button with King Queen. And we got Elude defending his big blind with 9-4 offsuit. Flop is 5-10 Jack. Nobody flopping a pair. Elude checks. Brian the aggressor. Pre-flop. See if he likes to continue. He does bet. He bets 16. We got Lewis with open-ended and 2 overs. He will make the call. Brian does not want to see an ace. Elude folds, heads up to the turn. Turns a queen, top pair for Lewis. Brian does turn a straight draw. He does check. Lewis a top pair and open-ended. He does make a bet. He does bet 65, and Brian will fold.
What I see most in Boston is like stinky poker play.
Flag football.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen. I don't know the people I'm trying to say, but.
Got Matt Crocker first stack with queen 8 off.
When he was in high school or what?
Got heavy with 10-9 off. Next stack. Does raise.
That's an example.
Isaac folding 6-3 of diamonds.
Intermediate sports or what?
Not a foul.
Brian folding ace-8 off. We got Carlos with the real hand. Ace-king of spades. See if he likes to come in with a 3-bet, which he does. Makes it 40. Lewis folding 4 deuce off. Levi's folding, folded around. So Matt Crocker folds heavy. He has 15 out there. I highly doubt he folds. He does call.
Tener un lado en el can.
Heads up to the flop.
It's Canton, Nebraska, but it's close.
Yeah, yeah.
No te chito, ¿me entiendes?
What's up?
What was it? What was the last name?
Marines.
Deuce 5-10. Heavy flopping top pair. Carlos flopping nut flush draw.
Marine is like marine.
Heavy does lead into the aggressor. Flopping top pair. Bet 60. Carlos does call. Oh, that's gonna slow down heavy. Carlos turning nut flush. Heavy checks. Carlos does bet 150. Gonna be pretty tough for heavy to continue with. He has no backdoor spades, nothing. Just holding on to for top pair on the flop.
History class, and a girl comes in crying and says, Raymond just got shot. I heard Raymond got shot. And it was like a Friday or a Thursday. I was like, what about the fucking football game?
I do see heavy calling sometimes because Carlos could have called the flop with ace king, ace jack. He can have one spade. So maybe he may call one time and then just fold the river, depending what it is, if he does not improve.
For Friday. That was probably the last year we won more than 3 games.
If he does call,
That was my freshman year. Raymond was, Eric was a year older than year. Eric was class of 83. I was 4. Raymond was 80.
blank on the river, depending on Carlos's sizing. Heavy may find a hero call. If Carlos bets over 300, if he bets over 250, heavy definitely would throw it into the muck. But heavy will check, I'm assuming, and Carlos, if he bets more than, oh my god. Heavy setting his own price on the river, hoping not to get raised. Heavy betting 125 into Carlos. This is one of the best feelings in poker, when you have the nuts and you have somebody leading into you on the river. Now you just got to think of a sizing where they don't fold. And Carlos does raise to 500. Unfortunately for him, heavy does not have that strong of a hand to continue.
It's just I've seen you in these spots before, Carlos, and you never have it. The 500 is intimidating. It's just...
Heavy does beat ace king, ace jack with the ace of diamonds. I think the ace of spades would probably pick a bigger size than if he goes bluffing. So it does seem like he wants a call. It's gonna be, I would assume, heavy folds.
You?
Another Dame pair.
Do you need anything else?
Ya sabe.
When have I told you otherwise?
Aunque me ganes en el fantasy league, like the crazy and odds, but hey, but you deserve it también.
I knew it was gonna be me and you there. Yeah.
Miko, güey, my son, I don't think.
I wish we can have a camera view of the players' reactions. We can go back to pan to Carlos, pan to Heavy.
You're gonna be in again this year?
Maybe Javi's trying to get a read right now. We can't see, unfortunately.
Badass barbecue.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like I said, he does beat Ace King, Ace Jack. That had a spade on the turn. That turned it. Was trying to semi bluff. He does beat King Jack, but I don't know if Carlos is 3-betting King Jack pre-flop.
River Rat Ruben.
I would want you to call, but at the same time,
I'm not too sure if y'all can hear, but there's some table talk going on. Yeah, this would be a great time to have the camera view of each player.
I'm sorry, Lee, but if this was a game, you know what I'm saying? When they would show, I'm sorry to tell you, but.
Yeah, if they lose this one, it's perfect.
No, Digo, but look at the score. Like, they
I mean, they can still win it.
no, but Boston is so sticky. Like, you gotta get rid of them.
All their players are good.
No.
Javi does not really take long in hands.
That pelón, I'm like,
This is very interesting. I wonder what he's going through. What his mind's going through.
Simmons is not scoring, Brown is not scoring. I'm like, mira, I'm sorry, like, get out of here.
As I say that, he apologizes at the table for taking so long because he is not a player that takes this long.
They haven't depended on.
I wonder if Carlos and him have history.
I mean, I'm kind of rooting for them because they're the
So I had a business coach, no one.
It kind of reminds me of that season when they weren't going to do anything. And they beat the Lakers, the
$8 for it. Recording, you call these, you call these dogs. Hey, Brian.
The only thing
Yeah, those
is
local
keep
players,
scoring.
they're punching
The
the
Celtics are gonna keep scoring. The Mavs go on streaks that they don't.
The longer Javi thinks, the more I feel like he's gonna call.
Yeah, they gotta keep pushing the ball.
I don't think he's convincing himself.
You see,
I don't think he's taking this long and thinking that,
like they settle for a shot.
oh, I should probably fold. He's probably leaning towards call.
Do that.
If he's taking this long. Oh, he does fold. Good fold, Javi. Oh, Carlos, gentleman, showing him in the hand.
And the second one.
that's why I was like, I want you to call because I make money, but I don't because it's you, you know? So that's why I said that.
Very good.
Yeah. It's totally enough.
Yeah, he's keep suited. It was all right.
It wasn't no 5, 6.
We got a button straddle for $6
Yeah.
from Elude. Oh, nope. We take it back. We got heavy. Straddling for 15 under the gun.
Somebody got it at least. Have a better shot at flopping with straight flush.
With one card. Well, there was no pair on there, right?
We got Isaac.
Yeah.
First act with ace-8 off. Now go into the muck. We got Brian folding queen-8 off. We got Low stacking chips. About to see his hand. 7-6 off. $15 button. Under the gun straddle.
We just, I kept on replaying the betting, the way it played
I think if
out.
it would have gone on for about
Folds.
10 minutes, I was gonna call.
We got Luis with 5-4 hearts. Very pretty hand. Calling the 15 straddle. We got Agent with another nice hand. Jack 8 of diamonds. All in the 15. We got Elude with 9 deuce off on the button. Elude, he likes to gamble. He is not afraid to play big pots. And he will play pretty much any two. And he's not afraid to. We got Matt Crocker just limping in with ace jack. We got Heavy checking his option with the Doyle Brunson. 5 to the flop. 5, king, 6, 2 diamonds. We got Agent with the only person with diamonds. Matt checking, Heavy checking. We got Luis bottom pair. And let's take a stab.
He's like,
See what
he like
Levis
100% thinks he's
decides to
fucking
do with his
up.
flush draw. Just calls.
No matter what
Elite
you
folding.
Balls, he's in a headband, man. I'm telling you.
Matt folding.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Y'all don't know.
you.
I'm from out of
Pretty sure he
town.
doesn't know it's on him.
Oh,
And he folds.
What's up?
Heads up to the turn.
It's gonna track me down where I live.
We got a flush for Levis.
He's gonna hire
We got Luis checking.
He's not gonna do it himself.
No, he's not doing it. Yeah, yeah. He's got it.
Levis slow playing his flush. Fourth diamond gets her. Unfortunate for Levis because he was trapping, but he has. But Lewis decides to turn two pair. He bets his two pair, and Adrian will quickly call.
If it would have had, I'm still folding against. Gonna hate trouble. Be on my way.
We got Isaac with 4% VPIP. We got Ruben, unfortunately with 0, but he just got here. And we have Levis and Heavy and Lewis with the highest VPIPs. Elude. Everybody's pretty high in the VPIP except Isaac, and we will forgive Ruben because he just got here, but he is putting on a button straddle for 6. We got Matt calling, unsure what his hold cards are. We got Heavy raising it. We got Matt calling with ace 8 off. We got Heavy raising it up with king 4 off. Isaac folding, Ryan folding, jack 10 of hearts, nice hand. Fold. Ruben folds his straddle. And Matt is calling the 25 with ace 8 off. Ace 8 off, Matt, Javi, king 4 off. Heads up to the flop. Deuce 7, 9. 2 spades and a heart. Turn. 8 of clubs. Matt in the lead still. Check. River 3. Matt still in the lead. Check. And Matt wins. This is what I mean, guys. Sometimes our players do play very fast. We do pay for time, and our players are so used to like acting so fast, so the graphics takes a little bit to catch up to. But it's a good thing, especially when you pay for time and everybody knows what they're gonna do, instead of all this tanking and trying to look good for the camera. Makes it great for the game. Got a button straddle from Matt. It looks like 10. Action will be on Heavy from the small line. And he does call. We'll catch up with the graphics right now. Heavy does call with ace 3 off. Isaac does continue to fold. Folds his big blind. Ace deuce. You got Brian with 6s. Calls 10. We got Carlos folding. We got Lewis folding. We got Levis folding. Elude folding. Oh no, Elude called jack 10. 4 ways to the flop. 5 queen 5. 6s are in the lead. Heavy checks. The hand in the lead bets 15. Fold from Elude. Fold it around. 6s take it down.
That's for you. That lip gloss got it.
Got
mean, I can beat you.
Yeah.
If I don't call, like I'm beating, it's just like I'm not letting it go waiting. Yeah, they can take
Got a button straddle from Heavy for $10.
Right there. Right there. All serious. Right.
I see that.
Action will be on Isaac to see if he finds a hand he can play. And that is not it. Jack 6 into the muck. Brian folding. Carlos folding. Luis folding. Livas folding. Eliud folding. Ruben calling King Deuce off. Matt calling Ace 3 of clubs. Let's see what Heavy's gonna do. It's his option. He does bump it up. He makes it 25. Ruben and Matt both call.
Yeah, yeah, we always like, we're all agree, but we know it. Yeah.
Like if we see each other outside of here, we do not talk to each other. Just we'll just
Yeah,
walk
that's
past each other.
no, that's.
We'll walk past each other in Walmart.
3 ways to the flop. 10, King 10.
Yeah, don't fuck with it.
Ruben has 2 pair.
I made a comment, he's like,
Checked around. Ruben in the lead. Ruben has a full house.
I like to get him, bro, though, for the same reason.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Checked around again. Ruben still in the lead. First stack. See who continues a slow play.
That's a high hand now.
He does bet 30. Both his opponents with no real holdings. And they both fold. Ruben taking it down.
1400.
Show us the 14s, man. Maybe a high hand.
Do they still put it in?
7-2 off.
Taking a quick break, guys. We'll be right back.
It's gonna come down to the final minute. I hope so. At least it'll be interesting. Step back.
Give it up, man.
How much is it?
The race to the flop. I'm back. 3 queen 7, 2 hearts. Ooh, Heavy with the straight flush draw. Nobody else really connecting. Lewis first stack checks. Eliud. Bets 45. See what Heavy's gonna do with the straight flush draw. He does call. Heads up to the turn. Turn 10. Checked around. River. 6. Javi. Riveting straight. Goes check, check.
No, ya tenemos mano no, tú, güey.
That's the world.
So, Eliud does check the nuts flush that out of the hand that they played together. And Javi does check it straight. Like I said, sometimes friends do like to take it easy on each other. And if it's not a tournament, then there's no penalties. And cash game, it's a little bit different. Probably didn't have the nuts there, but sometimes it could just be friendly. Just enjoy being around each other while y'all play poker. So we just take it easy on each other sometimes. Got Leva's first act, King Jack of clubs. We got a Lude raising it up to $30 with ace king off. We got Ruben next act with threes. Like to fold. Got Matt folding heavy, 6-5 off. Does call. Got Isaac folding the same hand as heavy. It's going to fold it around to Lewis. A fold. We got Livas calling with King Jack clubs. 3 ways to the flop. Queen 8-7. Check from Livas. And you keeping up the aggression. Heavy with back-to-back straight flush draws. There is a high hand, so heavy doesn't need the 4 hearts or 9 hearts. Turn, queen. It does go check, check. And the river does come in ace. Heavy does miss his straight flush draw. And Eliud wins the pot.
5-6 with 6 hearts.
I mean, ya el último when you see y no le pegas, you're like, damn, I wish I would have had this. Pero en ese momento,
No, it's perfect. That's what you want.
Isaac's still at the bottom. This is the aggression frequency. Isaac's still at the bottom. Let's see if we can pick that up.
pero se siente con madre.
It's easy decisions.
We have a straddle under the gun from Eliud for $6.
Como ahí, güey, pegas,
We got Ruben with deuces.
y cuando when you know, you feel you have a good hand, the best hand, but te estás
He does call. Matt is. Oh, Matt got to his seat. Oh, it's a pretty hand. Jack 9 of diamonds. He does call 6. Heavy. 7-6 off. Isaac continues to fold 8-6 off. Brian with Queen 3 off. He does fold. Carlos folding. Lewis calling. Leva's calling with 6-5. And Eliud does check his option with Doyle Brunson. Flop is 4-3-3. 2 hearts. Eliud with the only one of the hearts. Levas with straight draw. Lewis with the straight draw. Ruben bets 15. Matt folds. Heavy calling with a gut shot. Lewis calling with the same gut shot. Levas taking the aggressive route and raising with his open-ended to 50. Eliud with the flush draw. Tough spot because he has 3 more pairs behind. Fold, fold. Heavy calls with the high straight draw. And Lewis folds the same straight draw as heavy. 7 high versus 6-5. Let's see what happens. Turn, King of Diamonds a blank for their hands. Check, check. Be very interesting if the river's like a 10 or a 9. Oh, nope. It's an 8 of hearts, so flush gets there. 7 high is still in the lead. Levas giving up. Heavy giving up. Levas mucks. And Heavy would just win.
7-6, 6-7, and you just find out.
I believe Heavy bet the river. I'm not too sure, but I think Levas just mucked his hand. He's not a win with 6 high.
Do you believe it or not? What'd you say? I had 6-7. Luis. Luis.
You're gonna see it. Let's bet. Let's bet. Yeah.
Because you're gonna see it. So it's just like,
And I'm all like, no,
20 bucks.
it's fine, right?
You're gonna see it in 15 minutes.
No, I've seen the
I'm
video.
talking
I'm all
about
like,
like 6, 7.
yeah. Have you ever been down there? No. And I'm all like,
No straddle this hand.
okay.
Not sure if
you
Ruben's
obviously
there or
know
not.
more than me, but
Nope, he's not there. Oh my god, and he would have had kings. Pocket kings in the muck.
What you doing? Work?
Matt folding Shack 7 next act. Heavy with ace 8 off.
Great Portland used to beat the shit out of
Calls 3. Isaac folding ace 6 off.
They were like the kryptonite, man.
yeah, but like
Brian folding. Carlos folding. Lewis on the button. Queen 5 off. Calls.
they would like
Adrian.
parents to like go
Leave us with king 10 off. Raising it up to 15. Elude folding. Heavy. He has 30 bucks out there. It's going to be hard for the fold. Calls ace 8 off. Lewis would call. 15 bucks with queen 5. 3 ways to the flop.
I came back and I'm like, this ain't the middle school I went to.
3,
It's the
8,
same
5.
That's not the same building.
Leave us missing.
High school,
Other 2 players hitting a pair.
when I remember,
Check the top pair, the heavy.
that place has grown up.
That bets. 25. Lewis flopping a pair. Mid pair. Calls. Leave us floating the flop. With king 10. Turn to jack. Ace 8 is still in the lead. Leave us checks. Heavy continues the aggression. He bets 50. Lewis getting out of the way.
The other one, they just played against Brownsville veterans, and lost with
And leave us folds. Heavy taking it down.
Well, regardless,
Corpus Christi Ray, Corpus Christi King,
no.
Midway, Sobe.
We got Matt Crocker straddling on the gun. He looks like quite a bit. I didn't get to see from the top view.
Remember, yeah, veterans is the team.
Yeah. Veterans is
They got some really cool ass uniforms.
Oh, he straddles for 12 under the gun.
The Eagles, yeah.
Heavy under the gun, +1 with ace 10 off.
What is it?
Heavy calls. Isaac with 9-4 off, folds.
Yeah, they're really good.
Brian folds. Carlos folds. Lewis folds. Leave us with ace queen suited. He just calls on the button. Elude folds. Ruben calls 12. And Matt checks his option.
Seems like we played a first and second round.
It was always the first round. And the same thing with Calvin from the town. It's just
4 to the flop.
So we used to play against our
King, king, queen.
Island, GP, Flower.
Leave us flopping the best hand. Heavy. He's the only one that has a chance with the straight draw. He needs a jack.
When I was in middle school, we
Turn. Blank. Deuce.
played with Curio.
Still leave us with the big lead. Check the round to him on the button.
Birthplace of Nolan Ryan.
He does bet. He bets 24. Ruben folding. Matt with nothing, folding. Heavy, see if he calls with a straight draw. Does call. He needs an ace or a jack. Ace will be a chop. Nope. Just gives up. Mucks his hand. Lewis wins.
one card. One card and one card only. I'm fucking English.
Pretty tough.
Got a button straddle
Great hand, Brian.
from Elude. $6.
They one hand, A6 of diamonds.
6 on the button.
Mándalo para el bus. Georgie.
Yeah, man, when it's like this, you don't need enemies.
Fuck no.
Straddle 6 on the button.
First act on Ruben. Folding. 6-4 off. Got Matt Crocker in the big blind. Ace 5 suited. Nice hand. Heavy with another nice hand. 6-5 of spades. calls. Isaac finally with a decent hand. Queen Jack off. He just calls. Brian folding 9-5. Carlos is not here. He had Ace Jack. Folded to Elude. He has King 7 on the button straddle. And check. Let's see if Isaac finally hits anything. And he does not. 8 deuce 3. 2 spades. Heavy with another straight flush draw. Matt checks. Heavy bets. 20 bucks. Fold it around to Matt. See if Matt wants to call with his straight draw. He does not want the 4 because Heavy will have the nut straight.
And he's seen it flop.
Oh, Heavy turning the flush.
It might be a record.
Matt checks.
5 bets,
Son dos.
25.
Heavy bets 25.
I should have to,
Maybe forgot that there's still a high hand.
whatever that is, the beat it.
High hand's going up $100 every hour.
You'll see on the stream though. I mean, I've had
You
terrible.
have the
I would, you and I should be,
It's not a contest though.
no.
Matt does call with the
But
best.
it is.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, not the best hand.
It's not
Called with ace high.
No.
And he rivers an ace. This may get hot, Heavy a little bit more money, but the action does go check check. Heavy will win with the flush.
Make it back to Josh.
He bet the flop and I lost. I folded.
I forfeited.
Yeah, I forfeited. I forfeited before the flop.
I would have done it, so it's understandable for me.
He's trying to build your pot.
Yeah.
$10 button straddle.
$10 button straddle from Ruben.
It's time to show my eyes, boys.
There you go.
And girls.
He said it plural.
And girls.
Matt, his first act, he does. Matt raises to 40 with 10-7 of diamonds. Isaac with the playable hand, ace 7 of hearts. He does continue to fold.
You know, it's funny, like I have a link
Brian folds Queen Jack. Fold. Oh, Lewis with 2 kings.
for me. And I was like, I don't know.
He does raise to 100.
No,
3 bets to 100.
but like if you search me now, like I come out on LinkedIn,
Fold from Livas. Elude with 9s.
just as many even folded.
I do see Elude seeing a flop with his hand. He's not afraid to play. Ruben with 10-8. Matt has 40 out there. I highly doubt he's going to fold for 60 more. He does call. 3 ways to the flop.
Four call.
The kings are ace magnets. Always ace on the flop. Check the round to elude. The flop was jack of diamonds, ace 7 of spades. Turn. Matt has a pair and a flush draw now.
You can make up your own name if you want.
He does check.
That's not as fun as you do it yourself. You should, like, everybody should make up cards.
And Lewis does bet 100.
No, I'm serious.
It's going to be tough for Elude to continue here.
Hey, look, so what's up?
Definitely Matt will not be folding. Now, the question is if he does check raise all in. Nope, he just calls. Interesting river.
I'm not calling her that.
There's no way I'm calling her.
Oh, Matt does backdoor diamonds.
I was just sitting there looking at her, looking at them. She's like,
And action goes check check.
her parents name.
And Lewis's kings do go down.
T-Y-N-E-E, tiny. Or she was it was a bigger, older lady too. I'm like,
Fucking
I-
nine, bro, always.
It's your legal name, bro.
that was her legal name.
Matt coming in with the backdoor diamonds.
They usually
Guys, there is 2-for-1 time all day, Friday and Sunday. You can buy in up to $100. Whatever you get, whatever you buy, they double it. So every Friday and every Sunday, come on down.
I'll Google.
Google it.
This
man.
guy?
No, Matt.
That?
Yeah, they sent a picture. I'm like, why did they send a picture of him? Yeah, he like won the World Series one time. He's like an Irish guy.
Oh, Dan.
Or not Blitzer, but Dan,
I
whatever.
know who you're talking about.
Hi, Miller?
No, not Dan.
Brian first stack, Jack 6 of hearts.
Celtics hat. That's right. That's the guy.
Oh, fucking Dan Harrington.
Harrington. Thank
Brian coming in with $20 raise. We got Carlos out of his chair for a little while. He's coming back with King 10 off. Calls a 20. Lewis calls 20. We got Lewas calling with 7-4. Elude folding. Ruben folding. We got Matt folding. We got Heavy 7-5 of hearts. Highly doubt he's folding this hand. Calls. Isaac continued to fold. Did he fold Ace King? Okay, Isaac has been complaining the whole night that he's card dead, and he finally got Ace King and folded. Okay, we have 4 ways to the flop. Isaac flopping an ace. I mean, sorry, it's it's checked to Brian. He was the aggressor. Pre-flop. He does continue with $35. Carlos with the straight draw continues. Fold. Heavy. Backdoor straight, backdoor flush draw. Folds. Heads up to the turn. Oh my god. Carlos turned the nuts. And Brian has a straight pair now.
Normita style. I know I'm beat, so I'm still gonna call your ass. Yeah, like that's a reasoning way. Like she always does that. Hey,
I'm very curious of the card readers mixed up Brian's hand and Isaac's hand. Maybe Isaac had Jack 6 of hearts and Brian has Ace King. Curious to see what the after showdown if they show their hands.
Ever since he arranged his chips, I don't think he's won a pot, right?
Actions on Carlos, then he bets 105. If Brian does call the 105, I do believe that Brian's hand and Isaac's hands got mixed up. I don't think Brian's going to continue with Jack 6 for 105.
So, I don't know if I told you, but I went to the Gringos local place. Yeah. Huh?
Hey,
Yeah.
Biggest downfall is
It's
I
good,
have
but
with that ace way.
they have a
I
special
know.
like every day.
I'm like,
Today
I'll
they
lose.
have
I'll lose with that eight.
But you have to check.
Actions still on Brian.
But there's 3 play as good as you could.
I know. And then
Brian does make the call. Now I'm very curious if their cards did get mixed up. I hope there's a showdown just to see if that was the case. Oh, okay. We're definitely going to find out now. He called 105 with Jack 6 the River 2 pair. We're definitely finding out. There will be a showdown.
on the plaza where the Little Caesars is. Yeah. Yes, it was good.
Curious if Carlos is going to go for an all-in or probably bet about 250.
Whenever they stop scoring, I think they're done. The Celtics,
They're not gonna stop scoring.
that's been the downfall of the series. Yeah, not.
Yeah, I was on my way over here.
There is a 250.
2 minutes, que paren de score that, they're gonna be down by 8.
Sounds about right.
Brian does call. I'm curious to see if Brian's going to show his hand or not. Oh, okay. Yeah, you see. I thought I saw Ace Jack of hearts for Brian. So then, yes, maybe Isaac and Brian's hand did get mixed up.
It's only 2 minutes. Down by 8.
Jack Major and Jack Major had better in his end.
Yes, Brian did have ace jack. I'm hearing I'm hearing the table talk, and Brian did have ace jack. It was not jack six. Javi, straddling 10 on the button. Action will be on Isaac, first act. See if he finally catches a playable hand. Isaac finally has jacks. Finally caught a hand. See if he's in a trap. See if he's going to set the trap. There's the trap. He calls a 10. Brian calling 10. Carlos has jack 9. Lewis folding. He wasn't there. Livas calling. Eliud calling. Matt calling the 10. Heavy. Checks his option. Trap did not work for Isaac. Let's see if he gets a safe flop. We have 6 ways to the flop. And he flops top set. Easy game. Check the round all the way to Matt Crocker. Checks. Heavy checks. Isaac does not want to see a 9. Now Brian has a double gutter. Brian needs a 9 or king. 2 players are mucking without any action, and that's the worst thing for Isaac to see. River, third heart. See if Isaac likes to go for some value. He bets. And everyone doesn't have anything, so they just fold. Oh, sorry. Eliud's still thinking about it. He does fold. No action for Isaac there, unfortunately.
I wouldn't do that to you, Isaac.
Well, it's because you have cards like this, right?
And Isaac straddles 6 on the button.
Rush, table 9.
One dress? You got enough dress?
No dress? Okay. 7 is gonna add on for 200.
There you go.
Like 100% your friends are going to make fun of you, right?
Oh, absolutely. My friends is dying laughing.
Look at this dumbass.
How did
Still drinking all that stupid shit.
Action will be on Brian. He is adding on 200.
When they get home and they're gonna blow up on phone.
Those are good friends, though.
Yeah, that's what it is. What you think you had, dummy?
Brian first act in the small blind. He has 9-7 off. He will fold. Carlos already putting his blinds out. He does have ace jack off. He does come in for a raise for 35.
35.
Lewis will fold. Lewis will fold. Eliud will fold. Folded around to Isaac that folds his straddle. Shows it. 3-5 off. Easy win for Carlos. Isaac still at the bottom of the list.
It was a big bet though.
I call with 9.
First 2 acts with that hand.
Oh, the 250 hand?
Yeah, how much? How much did I do?
100.
Pre-flop.
So 60 more to him.
Yeah.
He already called.
Should have made it like 130.
I think he didn't even call.
No straddle this hand.
Yeah, because pot odds and you gotta suit it.
We got Livas first stack.
I have fucking 9.
See what his holdings are.
Hey, he needed like
Queen 9 off. See if he elects to limp.
On that one.
The ace.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, so everything slowed down.
No, he does come in for a raise for 15. Eliud coming in with a call with 8-7 off. Ruin folding jack 10. Matt not there with 3s. Brian folding. It's on Carlos with ace 9 off. On the small blind, he does call. Lewis does call from the big blind, closing the action. 4 ways to the flop.
Eight oh run in 1 minute and 30 seconds. No le fallaste.
Flop is 5-6-6, 2 diamonds. Nobody having a 6, but Lewis does have a 5 and is in the lead. Carlos checks. Lewis believes he's ahead, so he's in the bet out. 45. Adrian folds. I mean, Lewis folds. Elude with open-ended makes the call.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah, pretty sure it's Tim Hardaway. Rattled in now. They get the home down.
Elude, turning the nuts straight. Lewis checking to elude. Elude betting 100. Lewis quickly calling. Maybe believes that elude is on a flush draw. River, 9 of spades. Elude has a 6-card straight now. Lewis checks. Elude bets 100, same amount. If Lewis thought that he had diamonds, he missed. He may call. Flush draws did miss, so Lewis might call for the same amount. He does call. And Elude does have a straight.
Disgusting.
On the turn?
Yeah.
What do you got on there? 7, 8?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And now we use the-
Jeremiah in the
Super
house.
straight. No, era del 4
6 card straight.
The 9 of spades did help Elude for it not being a diamond.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be real.
Oh, the demise.
Your big blind, you must.
Guys, don't forget they do have a popularity contest. The top 2 players with the most new member referrals at the end of the month will receive a cash prize. First place is 1,000, second place 500, third place 250. Don't forget it has to be new members, non-existing members, and you have a chance to win 1,000, 500, 250. Bring your friends, family, whoever it is. It's a good bonus to have. Also, don't forget to say that you referred them. That's the most important part. We got Straddle from Elude for $6 under the gun. Broom first act with ace deuce off. Folds. You got Matt folding. Heavy's not in the seat. Isaac folding ace 9-7. Folded to Lewis in the small blind. He calls the $6. Levi's folding. Elude checks his option. Heads way to the flop.
Heads up.
Jack 10-3 rainbow. Lewis in the lead with a pair of threes. Check, check. Turn to king. Lewis still in the lead. Check, check. River 4. Lewis is in the lead still, and it goes check down. And a pair of threes will win.
Aquí en este game they got rid of all the minutes Kyrie.
Yeah, they knew this one is pretty much over.
Hey man, it's freaking Kyrie Manoa is like the worst luck ever. Everything goes like it looks like it was going in, it goes out. Layups, everything. Yeah.
I don't know, también.
Yeah,
Rattled in, pa' afuera.
Yeah.
Ruben, another gun with ace 4 off.
They only have 2.
Folds.
Yeah, the
Matt,
Mavericks.
8-3 off, fold. Heavy with ace queen, but he's not in his seat. We got Isaac with the hand. He's gonna raise it. Queen 8 of diamonds to $15. We got Brian with king 10 off. Calls right next to him.
And Minnesota.
Carlos holding king deuce.
Oh, no, yeah.
Lewis calling with 10-3 off. We got Livas with queen 8 off calling. Elude completing the action with ace 7 suited. 5 ways to the flop.
My prediction.
I think Denver would have won it because they're bigger.
Yeah, like,
We got 5, 4, 4, 2 clubs. We got Elude with clubs. We got nobody else with pretty much anything. Check the round. Turns double pairs the board. 2 5s out there.
I think the whole team is chips. They play good defense.
Check the round to Lewis, and he checks his button. River 9. Ace high still in the lead.
Holidays, another one that's good to the player. He can score and he can play.
He elects to bet $40. He has the best hand. Fold it around. And Livas folds. The best hand continues to take it down.
Yeah, there was a point where I was thinking, to bring that here.
No straddles his hand. Heavy's back on the seat.
Pay your gas to go over there. I'm like, okay.
Got Matt with ace deuce suited in the muck. You got heavy with ace jack spades. Bumping it up to 30. Isaac folding 10-6 suited. Fold. Carlos a king queen off. He does call. Lewis folding 8-6 of clubs. Livas folding 10-9. Elude folding 9 deuce. Ace 7 fold from Ruben. Heads up to the flop. Just making sure the blinds are right. Heads up to the flop. Ace jack of spades versus king queen. Deuce 5-8. Heavy checks. Carlos checks. Turn 5 of diamonds. Heavy. Bets 100. Fold from Carlos. Heavy will take it down. We got a button straddle from Elude. $6. Action will be on Ruben, folding 9-5. Matt again, an 8 deuce in the muck. We got heavy with ace 5 off. Heavy will make the call. We got Isaac with the playable hand, pocket nines. You go raise $36. We got Brian with ace 7 of spades next act. Folds. Carlos folds. We got Lewis with a very pretty hand. 7-6 of diamonds. Livas folds. Elude folds. And Heavy making the call. 3 ways to the flop. Ten king, 2 spades. Nobody holding spades. Check the round. Turn, 3rd spade. Javi on with spades. See, he likes to turn his hand into a bluff. He does. He does bet 35. Gonna be tough for Isaac to continue. He does fold. Javi taking it down. I will repeat, aggression does pay off, guys. Javi, being the gentleman he is, tipping way above average. Guys, sometimes poker's like that, like you just card dead. You do finally catch a hand, like Isaac in that case, he had nines. It does come on a scary board. Poker's just like that sometimes. Just sometimes it doesn't go your way. Isaac continues to get bad cards, folding 6-3 off. Brian folding. Carlos suited pretty hand, King 10 of hearts. Lewis with another pretty hand. He elects to take the aggressive route, all in. King, Queen of diamonds. You gotta leave us with the pretty hand. You look down on those hands and you see aggression in front of you, you're like, man, I want to play this hand. He elects to fold. Elite folding, Ruben folding, Matt folding. Heavy, we're not playing the 7 deuce game. We'll throw that into the muck. See if Carlos calls. Carlos does call. All in. Heads up. They decided to go once. See what the flop brings. Oh, 2 pairs flopping 2 pair. Oh, they both have a boat. So I was talking about the high hands earlier. The minimum qualifying hand for the high hands is aces full of tens. So they do both have a full house, but it has to be 3 aces and 2 tens or above. So unfortunately, Lewis does win the hand, but does not get a high hand qualifier. But he does get a double up, so it's great.
Unlike you, bro. I put you on aces.
Jerry just making sure the count's right. So these are the high hands that I was talking about. Every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, $100 every hour rollovers from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Your high school classmate. Oh yeah.
So just come down, guys. Try to hit one of those high hands. Got a fold from Brian. Carlos calling with 9-5 of clubs. Lewis folding. We got Livas with 6s. Calls 3. Elite folding.
How much is the buy-in?
We got Ruben, late position, coming in for a race for 25. With ace-8 off. Matt folding 8-7. Heavy with Queen Jack offsuit. Calls. Isaac folding a pretty hand, 7-5 of hearts. Got Carlos calling with 9-5 of clubs. See if Livas wants to squeeze with the 6s since he is short stack. Nope, decides to just call. Got 4 ways to the flop. Ace 3-9. Heavy checks. Carlos mid pair. Checks. We got Livas with 6s. Does check. got Ruben. He was a pre-flop aggressor and flopping top pair. He does bet $30. Heavy, not flopping anything.
I saw where
Folds.
Straddle never did the bank.
Carlos does have mid pair, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw. See if he wants to peel one card.
Fucking amazing, bro.
They're up by 15. It was tied at halftime, wasn't it?
They were up at 1.
Mavericks were up by 1.
Well, you can blame the general public.
He does call.
Right?
Agent does fold his sixes. And Carlos does pick up that additional equity. Backdoor flush draw.
There's no coming back from that.
They didn't think he was going to be interested in playing basketball, so.
Carlos does check. Ruben does check for pot control. River, 4 hearts. No flush for Carlos. Carlos does bet 100. Action on Ruben. Maybe he's worried about ace 4, that river 2 pair. Ruben doesn't beat ace jack, ace king, ace queen, but Carlos just limps, so he's less likely to have those hands. So Ruben's just avoiding 2 pair, and he does make the call. Good call by Ruben.
Is it the same speech, though? Is it the same speech? I bet I will donate 200 for your aces.
Isaac's still at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, I mean, that,
Heavy and Livas tied for first. We got Heavy on $10 button straddle. Action will be on Isaac. See if he continues to fold. He has 10-9 off. I will take a guess that he's gonna fold because it's not suited.
I had him, say it like that so it sounds badass on the video.
Folds.
He wasn't hiring, bro. He was serious.
Got Brian defending his big line with King 8 of hearts. Calls 10. Carlos folds. Lewis folds. Levi's folding. Eliud calling. Ruben calling King Jack. Matt calling a 4 deuces spades. Heavy with the pretty hand on the button. King 10 of clubs. I would say he makes it 50 more, and he does make you 50 more. Brian with King 8 of hearts. He already has 10 out there. He will be out of position this whole hand.
Yeah. Unless you have a curfew, you got a curfew?
Brian does call.
hold on, he has to check with his wife. Check with your wife, see. See if you can say after 10.
Eliud calls as well.
It doesn't matter at this point. I'm already in trouble. I can't get it.
Ruben folds. King Jack off. I would assume that Matt's gonna call, closing the action.
I put you in a predicament.
And he does call.
Sure, calling the viewers on.
4 ways to the flop. $250 in there.
Don't bother coming home.
5, Jack, deuce, all diamonds. A lead with the only single diamond. Matt ahead with flopping bottom pair.
Rocky the other day.
Checks around heavy. He checks.
Rocky the other day on the stream, he was as far as
Okay, turns the queen of clubs.
his wife shows up in the front.
Now heavy has open-ended.
That way she doesn't see him get another
Brian
shot.
still
Bro,
no improvement.
it's on
Checks
you.
to
It's
elude.
on you.
He has a straight draw flush draw now.
He goes
Matt's
and
still
runs
with bottom
it.
pair. Checks. Javi has open-ended. Bet to 105. Elude folds. After Brian folded, Matt with bottom pair. Be very tough to continue.
Can you put the green sheets?
Matt folds.
Forward, please.
Yes.
Heavy taking it down. Aggression pays off.
It's over with. It's over.
Look at there. Isaac's putting on the straddle.
It's over? They stop scoring?
Yeah, they don't score. It's obvious, man. It's the Celtics.
What was the overs on this game?
2.5.
It's crazy.
The overs.
A couple months ago, we were talking about the overs. Like
It was
when,
way over 2.5.
the Bulls played the Sonics and shit. You know what the overs was? 130.
Button straddle. 6 from Isaac.
Look it up. Look it up.
On what was
Action
that?
will be on Brian.
The Bulls versus the Supersonics.
Oh, back then it was a lot of defense. The final scores were like 80 to 86.
So it was like 140, 150 were these guys. Kyrie would
Brian did fold. Action on Carlos. 6-5 off.
But yeah, no, you're right. It was all defense back then.
Now you can't touch him because it's a foul.
Calls.
Shooters game, bro.
Lewis calls. 8-5 of spades. Leo's calls. 10-8 off. Elude. Calls. Ace-deuce off. Ruben with king-queen. Mid-late position. He does elect to raise to $40. Matt folding 6-3 suited. Heavy. Jack-5 off. Isaac still continues to show his neighbors that he's folding 7-6.
You're not going to raise it.
Carlos, biggest winner of the night, wants to take it to the streets. Calls. Leave folds. Elude calls. Elude having the best hand with ace deuce. 3 players to the flop.
He's in Disney.
Ace, Jack,
It's
King. Carlos check. Elude checks. Ruben checks. Turns an 8. Elude still with the best hand with ace deuce. Check. Elude bets 50.
Now what?
Ruben mid pair straight draw. Just call. Carlos with nothing.
I saw like a real nice Bronco today. It's white with like the two-tone color. It was like a
With the what, the orange, the yellow.
yeah. Okay. I mean, it looked nice from the expression.
Heads up to the river.
I was like, wow, that's
Ruben does river the straight.
yeah.
Action will be on an elude.
Okay.
He does check.
Yeah.
Probably get a $110 bet from Ruben. $115.
But then you get the finance. Finance.
That's all you need.
If I would have pushed 200, would you guys have folded like on the turn? Thank you so much. I think I just
At 7-6.
I just folded. No, I didn't even check. I folded. Yeah, I was about to pull a move, but I was like, no, probably not the good time for that.
You're at the right spot.
Yeah, it was on my card. I pulled off orders of
No straddle this hand. Oh, I'm so sorry. We have a button straddle for 10. Action will be on Carlos. He had sevens. He's gonna come in for a raise
Now put me on tilt because I can't be bluffing anymore.
Yeah, we're good.
to $60. You got Lewis folding. We got leave us all in 460. Got a Lude folding.
Oh, he's all in for 60.
Oh, that's what he had?
We got Ruben calling with 10 and a hearts. Very pretty hand. Matt folding. Heavy folding. Isaac folding. Brian, 4 deuce of hearts.
Checking the straddle.
Got to defend the babies. They're out there. Calls. 4 ways to the flop. We have 1 player all in. We have 3 players on the side pot.
All the 10.
And they didn't dress your booty?
We got one on, 3 players to the side.
Flop 10, 8, king. All clubs. Leave us. The player all in has the ace of clubs with a pair. It's first act. Carlos check. 2 black sevens. Ruben mid pair best hand. We'll check.
Oh, come on.
Brian will check.
Somebody bet out.
Turn jack of hearts.
Alright.
Carlos betting into a dry side pot. Bets 170. Ruben. Pair, open-ended. Folds. Brian folds. So it's heads up. Leave us in great shape. He's just avoiding a 9 or a 7. River queen. He rivers a straight.
You got a straight up.
Quadruple up?
Leave us quadrupling up.
AC.
I had a pocket there.
That's the hand we were waiting for. Exactly what he was doing. It's all coming together.
We got a button straddle from Carlos. $10 button straddle. Action will be on Lewis. First act from the small line. Is ace 3 off. Calls.
Generational fighter.
We got leave us on the big blind. Size fold. We got a fold from Elude. $10 call from Ruben. Queen jack off. Matt called with 10-9 off. Heavy folds.
Bro, did you hit anything?
Isaac 10-7 off. Folds. Fold from Brian. Carlos on the straddle with jack 5 of hearts. He does check. We have 4 ways to the flop. King 3 deuce. Rainbow. We got Lewis in the lead with pair of 3s. Ashton gets checked around. We got Lewis checking.
Was that Evan Smith?
We got checked around all the way to Carlos and the button.
I had to look twice and there
Hey,
was
just
one
like
point.
the Cowboys way.
Lewis checks.
I thought-
Checked around all the way to Carlos with the best hand. Oh, I'm so sorry. Matt has the best hand. He has a 9 on the turn.
There was a meme, Prescott goes to the game, that gets the
I'm sure Matt will be check calling,
so first.
and he will have the winner. Matt does call. Wins. Pair of 9s.
These are hard. Service, table 9.
Guys, don't forget, we have a live stream every Wednesday and every Friday. Wednesday, we have 1-3 hold'em, 300 minimum, 1,000 max to start the game, and after that, it's match stack. We also have the live stream on Friday, and that one's 2-5 hold'em, and that one is 500 minimum, and I believe it's just match stack. I'm not too sure there's a cap on that. So if you're interested in playing, you just get on the poker atlas, or you can call the front desk and have any of the hosts sign you up to join the list. Ruben folding, first stack, king 5. Got Matt calling $3 to jacking it off. You got Heavy with queen 4 off.
Service, table 9.
Folds, see if Isaac plays a hand. 4 deuce of hearts. Coming in for a raise to $25. Brian, right next to him, has pocket 8s. Brian does call. Lewis with better hearts, jack 9 hearts, calls. Olivas folds. Eliud with 7-5 of diamonds calls. Matt Crocker with the same hand, jack 9, calls. All right, we have 5 ways to the flop. Pocket 8's ahead. Flop is 10-7-7. Eliud flopping trips. Matt flopping a straight draw. Isaac check. Everyone check to Brian with pocket 8s. He's in position. Bets 35. Lewis calls with. He needs an 8. And you coming for the check raise. Mixing it 135. Matt Crocker with the same gut shot as Lewis. Folds. Isaac folds.
Oh, sorry. Man, never mind.
Did I miss something?
No, it's me. Apologize, sir.
Brian folding. And Eliud will take it down.
He had 7-6? Or he had 7-6. That's never a scheme there.
You're seeing the whole
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sí, yo los pego también, güey.
You're secretly commentating?
Yep.
Tell me you're wearing that angle button.
We got a under the gun straddle from Matt for $6.
Well, that's what they were saying.
What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, it was check.
It wasn't a girl.
We got Heavy with 10-7 off. First bet.
To read.
Pues estaba algo conectado con este jale y le decía cuando tenía la mejor mano hacía buzz y hacía fold.
Hey, who's buzzing?
Who's buzzing?
Leo, are you buzzing over there or is it Matt? Who's buzzing over there?
The beer I'm drinking.
It's a different kind of buzz.
Did you see that thing?
Call jack 9. Lewis, 4 hearts. Calling.
I don't know about buzzing my butt.
Eliud calling 10-9.
Like that's the
Moving
thing,
to
like
eating.
it was in check.
King 3 of clubs. We got Matt checking his big blind. 8 deuce off. Got 6 ways to the flop. King deuce jack. Checked around to heavy. He's mid conversation. Doesn't know what's on him. Checks.
I mean, I don't see
Got Carlos mid pair.
he's like still the manufacturer, right? So like everybody in the comments is all like, well, now hospitals are gonna have to ask. Like you're taking
Carlos does bet 23. Ruben did flop big. He has top pair and a flush draw.
Yeah, but like he answered no because
He does call.
it was supposed to have no medals. It was supposed to have 100%.
Heads up to the turn. Next in turn would be a 9 of clubs. It is a club. Ruben does check. See if Carlos wants to turn his jack into a bluff. Check, check. River. King.
So yeah, you know, on the photo second half here, all the lead bets are on the file.
See what Ruben decides to bet.
Hey, they were never
That's 50.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
See if Carlos wants to look him up.
Are they doing it on?
It's gonna be a 2.5-point game at the end. That was decided earlier today.
Just to keep it.
Vegas does actually.
Yeah, so I don't know what the number is, but let's say it's 5 team fouls and a half. So after that, whenever you foul somebody who loses the ball, he makes a free throw.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos is giving this some thought. Maybe he thought that he missed with Queen 10, 10 9.
But like I mean, even if they're not in the same, that's a shooting.
He does call.
You know,
He will get shown the bad news.
but like the way for call, you're over the bonus. That's why. Yes. But no. That's what it is. The team is allowed X amount of fouls, and I don't even know it's per half quarter. I think it's per half. It's like 6 team fouls, and then
I believe the button straddles getting bumped up. Went from $6 to $10 now.
or like you have to make.
Actually, we'll be on Ruben in the small line. King 4 off, going into the muck.
22 run.
We got Matt with Queen 9 off. And the big line will call. Heavy 4-3. Offsuit.
Oh, baby, they're coming back then.
Isaac with 8-4 off. In the muck. Brian, Ace 10 off. Coming in for a raise. $25. Carlos calls with Queen 9 off. Luis folds. It's on Livas.
Oh, no foul. I was wondering who they were
He has
gonna call
Queen
it
Jack
on.
offsuit. We'll call it 25. Eliud coming in with Ace 10. Defending his straddle. Matt Crocker.
Second half of the season.
Queen 9 off. He's interested in the game. He does continue. We got heavy defending also with 4-3 off. 6 players to the flop. Coming 8-8-4. Nobody having an 8. Heavy having the best hand, 2 pair. Leading out for 45. Brian folds. Carlos folds. Livas folds. Eliud folds. Matt folds. Heavy taking it down with the best hand.
Yeah, no, I don't care. We're gonna find out.
I was gonna raise, but I was like. Yeah, because I was like, if he had the 8, he would.
No, I wouldn't.
Small.
Isaac first stack. Ace 6 off. Probably would be going into the muck because it's not suited.
Maybe we do.
There he goes into the muck. Brian folds. Carlos, 4 deuce of clubs. There's no straddle of his hand, so he calls 3. Lewis folds, he's on his seat. Leave us raising you up with 9-3 of spades. Elude folds. Ruben folds. Matt calls, ace 3 off. Heavy, 6-3 off. Natural 9 in some other games. Carlos closing the action. 4 deuce of clubs, and he will call. Flop is Queen 5 Jack. Nobody flopping a pair. Leave us. He was the aggressive pre-flop. And he continuation bets on the flop. Like I say, guys, aggression does pay off.
When you said Vegas and that they're like dictating it, yeah, como ahí, like,
Taking it down with 9-3 suited on Queen Jack 5.
He hooks the guy, pulls him down to the ground.
See, but he's not gonna shoot that.
I thought it was the worst too. I thought he hooked him like you said.
Well, he hooked him enough.
No straddles this hand.
He's got him right there on purpose.
Actions on Brian, first stack. He calls 3. Carlos folding. Lewis folding. Leave us. Folding. Elude folding. Ruben coming in for a raise for 15. We got Matt calling on the button for 15 with King 9 off. Heavy folding. Isaac folding. Brian defending his limp. Calls with 8-7 off. 3 to the flop. Flop is 3 deuce 7, 2 diamonds. Brian flopping top pair. He's first stack.
Burlitz is on the list.
Dustin's outside too. Not Roach.
He will check. Check the round. Turn is an 8 of diamonds. Flush gets there. Brian has top 2 pair. He will lead out for 15. Ruben with no diamond and Queen 9 will fold. Matt with King 9 with the 9 of diamonds will call. River, King of diamonds. Matt will river a flush. It goes check, check. Matt does have a flush on the river and will win this hand.
Still 93.
Still have a chance after all those fuck ups.
Amazing, bro.
Bro, come on.
Yeah. He should have done that.
I mean, still, he should have made it still.
Got a button straddle from Heavy for $10.
Never scored like in the last 3 minutes.
Action will be on Isaac in the small blind.
That's why Livas is saying it's
See,
weird.
but no, here's the thing, Yankees are toast.
They're on hold. They're waiting for them to make it.
Isaac Jack 10 off. He may limp. He may limp because it's already towards the end of the stream. But I think he will fold. Yep, folds. Folds the small blind, Jackson off. Brian said all in. All in with ace 10 off for $102. Carlos throws in 1 chip and calls with Queen 10 off. Folded around to Heavy on his button straddle for 10. And he wakes up with a good hand, ace queen off. He does call 102. So we have 3-way pot, heads up on the side pot, and we have 1 player all in. A queen would be a bad flop for Carlos. Unless it's queen 10. Nope, flop is 3-7 deuce. Heavy still in the lead. There's a dry side pot. Curious to see if Carlos will fire.
Don't wanna bet, but I have to.
Okay.
But
Show me how much.
I'll just let you bet.
Action goes check, check.
Leo, you're not leaving?
No, I'm not leaving.
Turns an ace. Heavy way in the lead. Carlos drawing dead on the side pot.
¿Me traes una?
There's no side pot, dry side pot. Heavy checks.
Yes, please.
River King. Heavy has the winner as long as he doesn't fold his hand. Check. Heavy will win this pot.
Again, boys. I enjoyed tonight. Very nice meeting you.
Thank you for coming out to Texas Card House, Brian. We appreciate you playing the stream. We appreciate you having you, buddy. Isaac putting out a $6 button straddle.
No, I think it's big blind.
I'm not too sure we have a list for the stream. No, we have a couple minutes left. About 20, 30 minutes left. See if we get a player in.
Let me see.
You think so?
He said Lima, dude.
Give him an elbow, but he definitely not.
He initiated the
He wasn't set. He was.
Action will be on Carlos in the big blind since we have no small blind right now.
It's too close, and that's so sad.
Carlos with the same hand he had last hand.
That's who he's talking to on the fucking phone.
Action's on him.
Return it, man.
2.5 minutes have already burnt off this clock. It's still 93.
He does raise, makes it 20.
Gotcha. Yes. Vegas called and they said
It's that.
Lewis folds.
The call was upheld, so yeah.
Lewis folds, king deuce off.
And they lost the timeout too, right?
Lewis folds, Elite folds. Ruben folds.
That's why they challenged it. That makes sense.
Matt folds.
Hey, Vegas, they tried.
Heavy folds.
Tried, like, hey.
Isaac with 5-4 off. He's in position. He will take a flop.
Now it's just Kyrie.
He's got to defend the babies he has out there. Heads up to the flop. Flop is ace 10-8. 2 spades. Carlos checks. Isaac checks. Turns a deuce. Isaac turns a gut shot. He needs a 3 for a wheel. And he folds after a bet of $50.
you know what I mean?
You better make him, but not make or break.
Well, Kyrie got to put the team on his back.
Yeah.
He's always gonna have to try to score every possession, or like an alley-oop or something.
No. I mean, that's who you want to have the ball.
No shot of his hand. Leave us will be first act. 3 deuce of diamonds. Folds it. Elude. Ace 10 off. Coming in for a raise. $20. Oh, I'm so sorry. $25. Ruben. King 10 of hearts will call. Right next to him. Matt folds. Heavy. King 4 spades. Calls. Isaac folding. Carlos folding. Lewis in the big blind with King Jack off. He does call. We have 4 ways to the flop. Flop is 6, 8, 9. 2 spades. Only 2 pairs. With the straight draw, we got heavy with the flush draw. Checked around to him. Last act, he will bet his flush draw.
You're just getting double teamed.
Down by 6. Not too bad. They're down by 6. Bro, I've seen worse.
Something's just made it free.
Lewis to having some bad thoughts. Gives it up. Leave us folds. Eliud calls. He has a straight draw. Ruben has the same straight draw. Folds.
Heads up action.
Heads up to the turn. Ace 10 high, still in the lead. Check, check. River and 8. Ace high. Will take down this hand after it goes check, check.
Thank you so much. Very good, thank you. Yes, check.
I believe we have a pair coming in. Not too sure who it is.
He's got a D up, man. They need a D up. They need a D up.
Turnover.
Looks like we have a $10 button straddle at Carlos.
I mean, that was a good play by Tatum.
They're atrocious in the league, man.
Got Lewis in the small line first stack. He will fold 26 off.
Yeah.
Oh, he got it back. Wow. Oh!
Very lucky.
Got Lewis defending his big blind. Calls a 10. Folded around to Isaac. He folds. Button straddle. Queen deuce off. Carlos will check. His heads up to the flop. Queen 4-4. 2 spades. Lewis first stack checks. Carlos with 2 pair. Bets 25. And Lewis will fold.
You're making me think of
Nobody there.
Oh, yeah.
Déjalo.
Yeah.
Kyrie stepping up so far.
Let him score. That's
Passing handshake.
And
Make some free throws.
in the whole playoffs, they questioned his leadership there in Dallas. If he would be able, if he's able to carry the team.
He's never really been the main guy.
Never been.
Not even here.
Oh! Oh, wow. That was the handiness.
It's over.
Still curious on who the mystery player is.
Does anybody have time?
No straddle this hand.
They all have timeouts?
Dallas has at least one.
Wings for everybody.
Got Ruben with 6 deuce off. First stack. Going into the muck. We got Matt folding. We got Heavy folding, I assume.
Trying to go lower.
Isaac still showing his neighbors that he's card dead. We got Carlos with jack deuce off. We got Lewis raising it up to $10. We got Lewis calling 10. Got a Liu defending his big line with 6-4 off. Lewis flopping the best hand. I'm so sorry. Elude flopping the best hand. Pair of fours. Check to Lewis on the button. He was the aggressive pre-flop. Continues the aggression. Elude will call. Heads up to the turn. Turns the king of spades. The flush draw gets there. It goes check, check. River's a 9. And goes check, check. Eliud will win with the 4. We got Ruben, another Ruben coming in seat 7. He is a regular here at Texas Card House. Welcome to the stream, Ruben.
You got Ruben? Yeah, Ruben's good. And he has 1316? 1316.
We got like the Spider-Man little meme of them pointing at each other.
now
We have
this
2
is
Rubens on the table
we
now.
wanna be in the bonus that we fell and stuff.
No straddle this hand either. Matt will be on. The action will be on Matt. 3 2s off. Heavy 7-4 off. Isaac 7-5 off. Continues showing his neighbors. Ruben calls 6-5 off. Cards a queen jack of clubs.
It's been bad, trust me.
Raising it up. Makes it 30. Lewis folding. Levi's folding. Elite folding. Ruben folding, king 6 off. Got Ruben, the limper. Will fold. Carlos taking it down.
They need a freaking Drake Kyrie for Anthony Davis. También, yeah, you're right. No, y este Paul George y Kawhi campeón, yeah.
$6 button straddle. Action starts in.
Shoot it.
There's a $6 button straddle from Elude.
Oh my god.
It's over.
Been over.
Ruben folding 5 deuce of diamonds, first act. Matt Crocker calls pocket 10s from the big line. Heavy folding. Isaac folding. Got Ruben with a pretty hand, queen 9 of clubs. Got Carlos with the real hand, ace king off. Raising it up to 35. Got Lewis calling the 35 with ace 4 of spades. Got fold from Livas, fold from Eliud. We got Matt Crocker calling the 35 with pocket 10s. And Ruben will fold. Queen 9 clubs. Got 3 ways to the flop. Flop is 7-5 queen. Nobody out flapping Matt yet. He's still in the lead. We got check to Carlos. He is the aggressive pre-flop. He does the fake check, the fake bet. Turns to 4. Matt's still in the lead. We got Lewis picking up a pair of 4s. Carlos announces 75. Got Lewis folding. Matt is gonna call, and he does call. If the river is a blank, which is 9 and below, Matt will call bet. River's an 8. Kind of hard for for Carlos to have a 6. So I don't think Matt will be folding if Carlos throws out a bet. I do see Carlos waving the white flag. This river does benefit Matt more than it does him. Range-wise. And Carlos does give up. Matt will show the winner.
No, I was like, they should have let him rest game 2. Doesn't matter if he lost. They should let him I should have bet it. You were not calling 325.
Carlos said I should have bet, and Matt does confirm that I would have called it all. Isaac under the gun, folding. Ruben with Jack 10 off, coming in for a raise
He did. I mean,
to 25.
I saw a lot of the cards that he was getting.
We got Carlos with Queen 8 off. Next act.
You can see on the stream. I mean, it was garbage.
Goes into the mug. Lewis folds. Leave us calls with King Queen off. Got a Lude calling with 5-4 off. Ruben folding. Matt folding. Heavy in the big blind with the good hand.
I think I got the record for the lowest we could.
Definitely coming in with a 3-bet. It's Jacks. He does come in for a 3-bet to 125. Ruben quickly folding.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got leave us a King Queen off.
I was doing the same thing. Check call, yep.
He decides to jam it all in. Let's gamble. Elite folding. Heavy quickly makes the call. We got a flip.
I got pocket jacks.
One.
Guess twice is fine. Got 18.
There's
Oh, there you go. I mean, you have two overs.
the players coming to an agreement. They're gonna go twice.
Dodging 10 cards.
Got twice.
Here we go. We're gonna see 2 full boards of 5 cards.
Ding!
What do you have?
Oh, the prepay.
And Levis does take the lead. Levis does take the first board.
Wing!
They did decide to go twice. Oh my god, and Levis taking the lead on the second board as well. And Levis will double up. He won both boards.
We're still not done. We got like another 5 minutes. Yeah. 15 more minutes. You have 16 more minutes, boys. 15 minutos más on the stream.
We're gonna let the stream end without you playing any significant hand. Gotta do something. Well, he said when Luck's at the door, you gotta come in through the window or some shit like that.
Well, that's the case.
The RGV commentator that talks shit every time during the fucking call. Like,
All right, everybody. I'd like to thank you for listening to me for these past 4 hours. This will be our final hand. I appreciate you tuning in. I hope I didn't do a terrible job. I may give Isaac another opportunity to
I wonder if George is giving you shit about it.
give himself an opportunity to play more hands, I guess. So say it on the chat. Comment on the chat if you want Isaac to pay again to redeem himself, or 2, if you don't want to ever see him on the stream again. Well, this is the final hand. Hopefully, there's fireworks. You got folded to Lewis. He makes it 10 with ace 4
At
hearts.
this point, suited cards.
Folded to Matt on the button with queen 9 off. Heavy in the small blind, 3-betting with ace 7 of diamonds. To 30, we got Isaac folding his final hand on the stream with ace deuce off. We got 2 calls, one from Carlos and one from Lewis. Carlos is a mystery hand. I don't see it at all here on the screen, but
No like suited connectors or anything. The only hand that
Carlos
was
with
maybe
8-4 clubs. Okay, here we go.
King 10 of hearts out of the blind. I was
It's
gonna
on
call
Matt
that
now.
maybe raise it to, like,
Matt does call.
or whatever, right? I mean, I think that's really the only thing that you can say, oh, we should play that. Other than that, it's good.
He showed me his cards.
I believe Lewis and Javi's hands are missing.
I've had a lot of aces, but they've all been bad. They've been like ace 7 all suited.
I mean, I don't think I've had a premium since I mean, Kingston's probably the best hand I've had.
Yeah, we have 4 ways to the flop.
Maybe a small player where I was finding a
Ace 7 of diamonds ahead. Flop is 7, king 3, 2 hearts. Lewis with ace high flush draw. Heavy with mid pair. And Lewis is all in with this flush draw for $100.
Good luck, Pauline.
Matt folds. Heavy calls. Got Carlos folding.
Whatever you want.
I had ace deuce offsuit. So
Use them twice.
Players are agreeing to go twice. Two boards. Lewis turning enough flush. Didn't burn another heart. Second board, Javi wins. Shot pot. Chop it up, guys. Once again, I appreciate you all tuning in and listening to me for these past 4 hours. Maybe we can do this again in the future. Whenever you see me in person, just give me any comments you have about my commentary. I do appreciate them.